Alrighty, so last time you guys awoke from your trance after being put under by the Elder Elfoy of the Druids Hamlet, um, known as Mokta, in the hopes that this would remove the devilish taint that has stained you for too long, or at least lessen its effects. Sadly, the trance was interrupted as the village was petrified during the start. This caused your devilish taint to take over the trance and essentially pull you through the gateways through the plains, ending up in what seemed to be some sort of Fey world. Thankfully, the Fae, or at least the statue that led them, was able to set you on the right course, putting you back into the gateway that had been uh, devilized, that you were able to cleanse and flee from as it was petrifying towards the very final parts of it, after being accosted by Satan once more, as well as another devil. Fleeing through the gateway and getting out through the entrance you came from, you all appeared or woke up. You're unsure if you just sending your minds and souls over or your entire bodies. As there's someone at my door, I need to be right back.
I'm trying something out. Is this any different, any better, any worse?
I feel like you've got quieter.
A little bit.
How about this one?
It's about the same, honestly. Can still make you out.
And this last one, any difference?
I feel like I'm an optician.
Anything from this at all?
Is it better with number one or number
It's
two?
Very much the same.
Yeah, it's very similar.
That's unfortunate. Okay. Thank you.
Alright, I'm back. There was a delivery. So, after appearing back in Mokta, you saw that the village has been completely petrified, along with its inhabitants. Trying to explore it, it seemed even the barrier had some sort of petrification effect over it. Thankfully, with Demir's mythical powers, he was able to at least use Stoner on the Elder. Talking with him, it seemed like he would be possibly able to send word over to a different village, if not the capital of the Richter Kingdom, to get some more powerful mages to come over and sort this out. However, Menfa was able to identify where this petrification effect occurred from, as it seemed like it occurred from a sort of cone effect leading towards the north. Following said tracks, you decided you were going to do your side of the bargain and deal with the Drake in the forests, as it is presumably them who caused this petrification. And investigating such, there was a chance that if the person who created this effect was able to remove it, that talking with the Drake would essentially sort out Mox's issues. Following the tracks left by the Drake, you're able to identify them a bit more closely, though still no one in the party knows what type of Drake it is, no matter how hard you rack your brains. All you know is that it's of large variety, and it seemingly has access to petrification abilities. You eventually found yourselves at a very thick forest, where a dirt path kind of leads into it. And on approaching it, the dark entrance into the forests had a silhouette come from within. As you were greeted by a Unila-type devil, they offered up another contract deal. If you were to go inside and kill the Drake, they would offer up that one of your party members would have the devilish taint removed. To that effect, you had a few questions about how this would proceed, as well as both Krom and Demir still having their hesitant natures about it. After discussing with the Unila, they did add in some other details just so that it was all on the table, as it were. They mentioned that the devil traits that are spreading amongst you isn't just because you are next to one another. It is due to the fact that you all engaged in the act that caused at least one of you to gain the traitor's mark. At which point it's basically going to be a term of time before Mentha got their own devilish trait. Aside from that, they also said that if they removed one of these, they would not come back unless you broke another halfway contract again, stating that since you four engaged in or had no action towards stopping it of killing the devil who had only aided you, that you'd be fine unless you did that again. It seemed like Clarke was up for the deal. However, Demir saw fit to put his own stamp on things and shoot a spell at the Unila during conversations. However, unawares of how it occurred, the spell simply phased through the devil and hit a tree in the background. Turning around, the Unila disappeared into a black mist, with the words that there is nothing worse than a devil scorned. And with that devil gone, your party was discussing the outcome of such a discussion, as well as deciding to head deeper into the forest. And I think you did settle on Clarke at least trying to talk with the Drake, though many of you keep bringing up the fact that the Druids did say, since you have very easy to detect, magically wise devilish traits, as well as Crom's new horn, that they might just attack on sight. But you'll have to see whenever you find the thing. So we shall continue from there, just as Clarke is entering through the dirt path into the forest, unless you want to settle down for another chat beforehand, as we did get to this point towards the end of the session.
I mean, now that Clark's realised that the invisible wall has now disappeared, she will then continue to try and move forward.
Crom will just hold up the rear and keep an eye out. He's just well aware the tensions are high.
Entering through the thicket, the thick canopies up ahead with lush green and light browns block a lot of the sunlight. It does prevail through the entrance, though at a certain point it becomes almost complete darkness, at least for those that don't have the ability to see through it too easily. And whilst the wildlife is running away from you in a bit of a more drastic measure, you do still hear the chirping of birds and the screeching of foxes in the background, noting it that this place isn't too dangerous, and if it is, they are avoiding attacking the wildlife.
Mentha will again light up their leaves.
I can give everyone dark vision now if you want that, but it's up to you.
How do you
Is
give
someone-
everyone dark vision?
Bonded's been changed significantly.
Yeah.
Basically, you can share animal focuses now, and Bat gives dark vision.
Is it for a certain amount of time or distance?
It's minutes. It's 60-foot dark vision, and it is minutes per use. And the amount of uses I have, let me just clarify for you. I did ask if it's like 1 minute for each person, but it is shared. Is what they came back with. I think it's 1 minute per equal to Beastmaster level, so 7 minutes in total. So we can do that, or we can light up the leaves. Leaves is probably the easier bet. We'll just
Well,
see.
dark vision is generally better because you see farther than the torchlight.
My vote's down
Alright.
on dark vision.
Yeah.
Happy to
Dark
do
vision
that.
does have its own cons, but they are very rare.
Yeah, it's more like coloration and stuff, but I don't think that's going to be as much of a problem.
So am I giving everyone 60-foot dark vision, yeah?
Yes, please. I'll just put it in that it's started.
Before I do that, can everyone open up their character sheets and pull in new versions of the tokens onto the board just so they update before I change them? Otherwise, I have to do this twice.
Sounds like a plan.
Please and thank you.
No worries, and you're welcome.
Okay, just give me un momento so I can set that up for you.
I can see more. I can see
Um,
clearly now.
For some reason, Crom already had it, as well does Demir. Does Demir just have normal dark vision?
Me and
There's a
Demir
dwarf.
do.
Dwarves have dark
Yeah.
vision.
Alright.
It's more for Mentha and
Yeah.
Clarke.
I mean, the token's already going to help anyway, just because new day, new dawn, new bit bugs and glitches. Alright, with that you can see more of the forest, though in a black and white manner, but it's rather easy to tell that most of it is just green and browns and greys.
Let's find this thing then.
Alright, as you continue heading into the forest, I'll need everyone to give me a perception check, please.
She's not
Yeah, I think-
perceptive.
I'm gonna have to pick up that trait, I think.
No traits allowed. Only drawbacks.
We're getting those.
As you enter into this part, Demir and Mentha, you will see a few more of those symbols I had mentioned earlier when you were just traveling through the forest normally, which are basically just runic symbols that are very specified areas of protection from evil. So you know that, if not the druids, someone has been through here before.
Does anyone else see those steps up there? What looks like steps?
I do. Might be worth
The ones
checking out.
north or the ones east?
I can't see that far.
I only saw the ones to the north. I didn't see nothing east.
Oh, I see him now. That's a path. Let's go this way. I think when we get out of here, we need to have a talk, but that's not something to do now.
Approaching the stairs, you'll see that they are overgrown around the edges, but if you roll survival, you could tell further things about it. They are definitely been man-made, if not by hand, if by magic, but the magic was crude. Clarke and Griffin, you can easily tell that, as well as Crom, pretty much the entirety of the steps have either been swept clean or have been magically cleaned, so they are being maintained by something.
Someone definitely lives here.
Looks to be that way.
Be another place where the druids harvested stuff.
Maybe. Go on, Demir, I'll keep the bag.
Alright.
Keep your eyes peeled. I got a feeling this thing's gonna see us before we see it.
Alright, Crom, as you get to there, you feel an almost singeing of your skin as your horn slightly vibrates. It doesn't stop you, it's just irritated here.
Is it similar to when I reached for that bundle of herbs and such?
Yes.
Yeah. Damn it.
As you pass, the feeling does also pass. It seems like there was a sort of connection to runes on that part of the stairs.
Okay.
Getting to here, you'll see that a mass of giant roots lead towards the south, as well as 4 stone columns, possibly relating to what used to be here. And from the way that the stone path has been set up, it's possible this used to be some sort of settlement, but has since long passed as it is very overgrown.
Good night. Can we traverse the routes at all, or are they too thick to?
They are thick and just generally big. You can climb over them. It's just DC 5 climb.
I'm gonna activate detect magic just because.
You'll see that almost all of the stone, including on the columns, have fading magical auras, as well as the massive roots have a very faint aura all across them.
Can I spell crit both of those?
Yes, you can. It would be 2 separate ones.
As Clarke phases with a pillar.
Yep, Clarke just either goes inside of that pillar or climbs up it.
I feel like she would not make that climb check.
Where's the faith?
Looks like I got the one for the.
She currently has a
stone,
-3.
not the
Hmm.
roots.
To put another focus on you, but your vision would go.
Alright, you'll know that pretty much all of the stone has been, in recent time, been used with magical cleaning to keep it clear. As for the large roots, you do not know.
Everything's been magically clean. I don't know about those roots. They're different, but I couldn't get what it was.
I hope that ain't harmful.
And I will then try to look at the roots.
Alright, Menfa, as you look across the roots, it looks like the tree has been magically tended to, almost as if it's been given nutrients via magic. It's possible that this tree in particular doesn't normally grow here, but it was aided to be able to do so.
It looks like someone wanted this tree to grow here.
Guess who? This place seems like druidic in nature. Why would the Drake be so hostile to them folks?
Could
They
have
all-
something to do with the ritual going wrong and us being there with our little taint that we've got.
But the ritual
Oh.
went wrong because of the petrification, right?
I don't have
Seems
any
like it.
idea what it went wrong.
We'll figure this out.
Well, the Drake was hostile to the druids even before we got here.
Exactly, and it seems like either this thing forced them out, or there's some kind of thing we don't know about yet. This tree is obviously huge. Is there any signs of life? Is probably the better way of saying it. Is there any signs that the Drake was here? Can we track it? at
Across
all?
the roots and the grass, you don't see any large claw marks. No. However, the tree is massive. As you get to this point, Grom, you will notice the trunk. The trunk is about 20 to 30 feet thick, and it goes way up into the height, way above the canopy.
We were tracking this thing, right? Does it have do we know where it went? Because it doesn't fly, it seems. Or if it
As
does,
far
it's
as you
really
could
good.
tell, it didn't fly when it returned. However, since this place is being magically cleaned, a lot of the tracks have been removed.
Right, okay.
Especially across the stone, because you wouldn't make an indentation in the stone unless you're really heavy.
And is this a wall here?
That's
Quite.
just a part of the forest that doesn't matter.
Okay. Looks like we need to get up there. This thing's hardened. Do we-
Demir, as you get to there, your detect magic will pick up another aura inside of the trunk of the tree.
I'm not sure.
Okay, with that, you will know that there is a faint aura, though it's only faint because of how thick the tree is, emanating from the middle of the tree, but it's very hard to identify as the tree is basically blocking it. But you know that something magical is inside of the trunk.
There's something there in the trunk. I can spot it with my magic senses, but I can't quite get it. That's being blocked a little bit by the wood of the tree.
That's all well and good. But I mean, is it hostile? Is it a trap?
Can't really tell. It's well, let me see. Let me see if I can find out the aura's nature.
The nature is the school is enhancing and healing.
It's probably not gonna hurt us, but it's helping the tree or something else. It's healing and it's making it better. That's the type of school that it's from.
Maybe it's the same thing that's feeding the roots. That's where it's coming from.
It could be helping the tree to grow.
Clarke, have you seen anything on that side? We're gonna have to climb this son bitch.
Don't think there's much chance I'm ever going to be climbing that tree. It's a bit too high.
I can help you out with that if we need to. Or I can go up and have a look, but if that thing's up there, it ain't gonna go too well.
I mean, we haven't really looked elsewhere yet. We've only looked at the big tree.
Let's go to the right then. I'm just gonna have a quick check behind it. Can't see anything there.
Crom, go back to where you were. You can roll perception as you get to where you were.
I think it was there.
Alright. You don't notice anything too out of the ordinary.
Alright.
Where even is... Oh, he went over there.
I was just seeing
Yeah,
if
he
there was
went to
anything
the east of the
behind
tree. Yeah.
We only have 3 minutes of dark vision at the moment, just to clarify, so if we're going to do this, we need to do it quick.
Check the path.
This is
to
use
the
another
right then.
use of it.
I can use another use of it, but I only have 7, and a lot of them are beneficial in combat, so I want to keep at least 1.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have magical vision, so I was gonna see if I could see anything up closer to the aura. See if I could see what the aura is.
No, the closer you get to the trunk isn't going to help. It's just that the trunk is thick, and detect magic is blocked by 5 feet or more of material.
Okay, it's not behind the tree. Then I can't like.
No, it's inside of the tree.
Okay.
We just call out to it or something? Go back the other way? Y'all want to talk to it. We don't have to sneak around. Lost sight of Clarke. Clarke! Oh, there you are. We need to stay together.
No, I did say as I was walking away we should check out the right path. We haven't checked anywhere else. You're all just looking at a tree.
To be fair, it is quite an interesting tree.
We are also in the layer of a large creature can turn us to stone. I don't really want to lose sight of anyone. Real? 20 just kicked me out.
Heading eastwards, you pass by many more trees until you come across a large stone formation, in the center of which is a swirling pool of pale blue water. Several fish swim in a school in a circular fashion. And as you get to there, you'll see a shadow start to form within as a creature swims and climbs out.
Our formation's fucked if this is a fight, but let's go.
Hey, look. I found it. And you were all looking at a tree.
Water drips from the drake's scales as it flaps its wings. The droplets go flying in all directions. It stays at the edge of the water as it looks over the party. It then speaks in Draconic, which only Clarke could understand. You come from the village not too far, yet your skin is still smooth. Now you're quite adept at magic, or rather lucky to get away from that stonification. Though I see you bring with you the taints of devils. Are you their messengers, like the others?
Clarke will just say, we've come here meaning no harm. If it makes you more comfortable, I'm happy to lay down my arms, and then we can speak. I'm not exactly magically adept. I'm more, well, as you can see from my blades, the fighter style.
You speak in a pacified tone. Yet to get here, you would have most likely had to deal with monsters, no?
In order to get to where we are right now from the village, we didn't really have to come across anything.
Then you are most definitely on the lucky side. Sure. Throw your arms to the floor. Let us see if your actions mark your words.
Clarke will, grab both of her swords and mention to Crom, can you hold these for a minute? And we'll try and chuck them towards him.
He'll try and catch them, but kind of give you a look of, is this a good idea?
The drake climbs out from the waters even more as his tail will leave it. So, what brings you here? You still have not answered my questions of the devils. Are you kin?
No, we're not kin. We're, cursed, unfortunately. We, witnessed the death of a devil not too long ago, and in their dying breath we were cursed by it. And now we're on a quest to try and get rid of the taint. Though, on our travels, we've been village to village, and some bad things have happened along the way, and our most recent being in the village where the petrification just happened. And we're just here seeking question to see if you knew anything about it.
You say you killed a devil.
Aye, it was a group decision. We did.
It's all in Draconic, right?
Speaking, yeah, so on Draconic, they're just like
Okay.
growling at each other.
Arrgh.
Whilst you might speak the truth of your previous actions, you speak truth of killing a devil. And if you are to have this taint upon you, to my knowledge, this would not have been an easy thing to enact. That thing above your head, that's the mark of a traitor, no?
Well, you're not wrong. It is the mark of a traitor. And I mean, if you look around the rest of our party, you can see that the dwarf over there has the maw, and now, quite recently, the Varg has the horn. Thankfully, our plant friend is still okay. At least for the moment.
For the time being, indeed. They will soon succumb, and you'll be quite the group of devil-likes.
Though, you seem to be targeted by the devils as well. I mean, we were in the midst of one just outside your forest here. They tried to contract us to kill you, but we didn't take it. Why would they be targeting you?
That is strange. I was not able to see or sense any true devils in my domain. Most like they use some form of magic to hide themselves.
Well, our dwarf over there did try to shoot it, but it just phased through it, almost as though it wasn't here, and then it just disappeared.
Tricks of the trade, I assume. But to answer your question as to why they might dislike me, there was a similar event in the past where creatures did not like a different breed because of where they lay their heads and where they spawn. A devil in the past killed a friend of mine, and I exacted revenge. However, they do not see the balance, and they continue to retaliate.
I can get a little sense of that at the moment. Seems like ever since we got our trader mark, we've just been having bad luck. Although, even though you said I had good luck earlier, doesn't feel like that recently. But I guess if we avoid the petrification, maybe it's going up.
There's at least one thing at your back if you've made it so far in your quest. You must be heading to the other kingdom.
You are correct. We're on our way to Mysteria, hoping to find someone that could aid us.
You will most like find one there. But with the way your friend looks, you might find many others that base their assumptions upon kin and birth to be attacking him on sight.
Well, we'll do whatever's necessary to protect our group. You know, I'll try and talk them out of it first, just like we're talking now. There's no
You
need
would
to come in
slaughter
front of them.
others to make sure you live another day.
Not on my behalf. I would slaughter others to protect my my family.
A death is still a death. If you have the power to stop it, you're as little bit as guilty.
Maybe. Anyway, about the petrification over the town. Do you know anything about it?
Your truthfulness speaks to me, and since you've not attacked a drake on sight, I suppose I can tell you the truth in kind. I was the one who enacted the petrification on that village.
Why would you do it? What did the village do to you?
I'm sure your friend there has tasted upon their effects. But they have been planting magic around my forest for some time. Erecting that barrier was the final straw that broke the dragon's back. They've made this place my home for many years. Uninhabitable. They did not take my warnings when I gave them. And recently, they expanded even further.
I don't know if any of them have the same tongue as you and I right now, or I don't know if you speak their tongue. You send them warnings, but did you ever try communicating?
I did. If there were any amongst their kin that understood my tongue, they did not reply. But they should know. Drakes and dragons and all of those scaly kinds are typically intelligent enough to converse in some form. My actions should have spoken loudly enough to stop their degradation of my land. And they did not. They sped it up.
I can see why you're angry, and I can see why you retaliated in the way that you did. I can see the fairness in it. You gave them a warning and they didn't heed it. So, when we were back in the village, our mage here managed to at least cure one of them. And that's why we're here.
Ah! You tell me you undo what I did? Is this meant to make me trust you that you aren't hiding it?
At the time, we just wanted to figure out how it happened and why it happened, and the cause of it. It was only the one person. The rest of the town is still petrified.
One person is enough to try and get rid of it all. At least if they are cured, they should leave.
What could we do so you could both live peacefully? They village, and they don't expand any further, and you keep the land that you already have.
I have already undergone 20 years of their taking over my land, desecrating it with their filth, and the resting place of my friend. I've given them enough time and enough birth. They have not treated that kindness well. What do you think could prove that 20 years of suffering could be removed in an instant?
I don't. I can't even begin to imagine how painful that must be for you. And I do sympathize with you. I mean, look around. You do have very beautiful land around here, and I can understand why you'd want to protect it. But they're like you in a way. They also want to protect the land that they have. And they want to just keep living. I think after this, I think they would actually take a bit more heed of your warning. We can always discuss with the leaders of that town to make sure they don't bother you. And then you won't bother them. But I can't exactly do that if they're all still petrified.
You speak of their town and their land. They colonized a place that was already taken. Tell the thieves to leave.
Would you, mind if I discussed a little bit of this with our party? They can't exactly understand our tongue.
Very well. You may act as translator. But if there's any magics at play, discussion is over.
I understand. I'll make sure to put that point across very clearly. Clarke will then turn around to address the party. Well, he's, or she, is very pissed off that the town's been taking over the land. He believes that they stole it. He believes that they're thieves, and, they should leave. It's currently the only way he's willing to possibly unpetrify them. I don't think the town's going to take that very likely. What do you guys think? And don't do anything rash or magical, because otherwise the conversation's off. And he will probably take my head.
Well, they were... When we got Mr. Elpois out, he was already talking about moving the village somewhere else, wasn't he? Can he, maybe unpetrify just the people? And Amanda will just drop their staff on the ground. If the village is fully petrified but the people are fine, they will have to move.
Crom? Tamir? What do you think? I believe Menta's right. They did say they were potentially going to move. But they were also the ones that gave us the quest.
I'll let Tamir go first, unless he's having to think about it.
Don't really know what to do about this. Obviously, they're in contention, and they both think they're right. I believe that Drake was here first, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
The Drake did say he's had to suffer them for 20 years, so from what the Drake has said, he was here first.
Can I sense motive the Drake?
No.
Just
you can't
in that conversation. No,
like
that's
you
fine.
don't understand his language. It's just like you talking to someone else in a different language. Like German is normally seen as an offensive language, but since you don't know it, you don't know if that's the norm or not.
No, that's fine.
You can do sense motive for his general body language, but you won't know if he's speaking the truth.
No.
See, hiding an emotion though. Concealing an emotion.
Kinda. Clarke, you can see he's generally cordial to you, but Menfa, you would be able to tell that he is, like, pushing down his anger.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Pretty understandable.
Yeah, honestly.
Look, I gotta ask. This actually sounds fairly reasonable to me. And I know that may
That's
come
what
as
I
a
thought.
shock, but yeah, I mean, we've done a lot to protect where we're from, or where our friends are from, and I can understand this level of almost hostility But it is hostility towards people coming into that land. Clarke, did you ask the Drake about the devils? They said they made a deal with him to do the petrification. And we didn't really check with them or even try and see if they were lying.
I
Is there any
mean,
way you can ask?
when we were talking about the devils, he started talking about, well, I'm pretty sure he killed some of the devils. It seems to be like a racial thing. The Drakes hate the devils hate the Drakes. Where they lay their head, their land. They want what the other has.
The Drake has actually said he doesn't assume people's personality based on what they look like. He's saying that the devils are doing that to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, he's being racially profiled. He's not doing that.
Then I take it back. Everything I just said about the Drake and it's about the devils.
That my racist class powers will not help me here.
That's my power.
Kind of is, unfortunately.
Well, I think I can ask him that, but I think the solution is town needs to leave. They need to get out. They haven't got a choice. It's either they leave or they stay petrified forever.
Well,
You
they ain't
tell
gonna
him
get a vote like that, are they? Sorry, Mother.
You can't tell him that after we cured the leader. He already talked about moving the village elsewhere. He just needs to get his people out.
So the petrification needs to be undone. Well, I guess that settles
You-
it then.
Hold on.
Hmm?
I ain't trying to put irons in this fire, but Richter is at war right now on at least two fronts. Is there any way they can get somewhere with some resources to use? Somewhere the Drake knows that outside of his territory, or somewhere that they can stay without too much expansion? Because, I'll be honest, that nice Antica and the little mushroom boy and that village chief, if they go out there with nothing, even just the stuff they can carry, they ain't gonna make it till next year.
I'm sure the Drake will unpetrify the rest of it, so they can just take the resources they have.
It's not
I'm
a
sure I
lot.
can ask if there's a safe location, but to be honest, if Richter is at war, there's probably not a lot of safe places. Especially with just a
Mr.
zombie population of monsters around.
Mr. Apple already said that he might be able to contact other towns or the capital. And if the army already goes through for resources, they probably are pretty inclined to help.
Concerned there, and I get it. I really do. I don't want to play devil's advocate here or to take too much time on this. But what do you think's gonna happen when the Richten army comes back and they find out one of their small towns has been relocated by and nearby? And I don't mean no offense to your friend over there, but they will see him as a monster, and exactly the way.
Well, what do you think is gonna happen if we just leave them like that? If they see a village fully petrified, they're absolutely going to do something else. But if the village is cured and they move on their own accord, like Mr. Apua said, they could probably. And the army is probably more inclined to take their word for it.
Fine, all right. I ain't saying don't do it. Honestly, I'm not. You know what?
Set
And
up
I
just
get what you're saying, but if that becomes a thing, then the cured villagers are the best bet to allow this one to live in peace and not be disturbed any further.
yeah. I ain't gonna give too much to this conversation. I'm happy with what y'all choose. I think I think your Drake's right. I just don't know how you're going to convince him.
Clarke will turn back around to the Drake. Well, after a little bit of discussion, I think it's pretty much settled. We all agree with you. We think you're right. The way you've suffered these last 20 years is not fair. The village chief had already spoken and actually mentioned it to us that they were planning on leaving. They were planning on relocating. So, I think if we unpetrify the town, they'll leave. The village elder will make sure of that.
You have spoken mostly truths in this discussion, so I shall take that at face value. I'll accept that they will leave once you cure them.
I'm glad that you see me as somewhat trustworthy. I feel like we're at a stage that we could maybe pass on pleasantries. My name's Clarke, by the way. Do you have a name?
I once had a name, long ago, but that was from my more dangerous parents. My friend gave me the name Zilkan. You could call me that.
Well,
Fuck, I was close.
lovely to meet you, Zilkan. And thank you for being reasonable and not chewing off my head from the first sight.
Lest you may have devilish taints, I do not eat non-devils.
Do you have any dealings with any of the devils at the moment? I was a little curious why. I know you couldn't sense them. There was one just outside your forest. Have you ever been in a contract with them before?
Several times. My old friend was one, and he now rests here. Another I know, I could advise you find if you are seeking to restore the village before it moves in a quicker manner. Most others, however, are still angered by the past, and so many of us that I know, I kill.
Did you do the petrification on your own accord, or did the devils ask you to?
No devil asked me to do such a thing, at least not specifically. There have been a few that offered contracts saying that if I were to go into their employ and be used as a weapon, that bygones shall be bygones. But I am not to be used in such a way.
And
The
you said you-
petrification was of my own accord, the only language that the people would understand.
And you mentioned earlier about a devil that might help speed the process along.
Yes, my friend's sister. She is more inclined with healing than her brother.
Where would we locate her?
Before I reveal such, I only know your personality so far. I wish to know if your friends would have anything to do with harming something just based on their looks.
Well, I can try and speak for them as best as I can. I mean, I've been hanging around with them for a long time. I'd like to think I know them a little bit. The little plant, one over there, you probably wouldn't find anyone with a kinder nature than Mentha. She always preserves life and always looks to restore it. she would never harm anything unless it was a danger to either her or her family.
I need
So-
assurances. I will not betray a friend without certainty. Ask the question, or I will not reply.
Okay. Clarke will turn around. Well, it looks like we pretty much got a deal. The Drake's name here is Ilkin. Managed to exchange pleasantries. But to help speed the process along, he knows a devil that can speed the process along. It's his friend's sister. But he won't give up her location or betray her unless he's certain that we will not harm her or bring any harm to her.
Does he not speak the common tongue?
Clarke will turn to Zilkin. Zilkin? In Draconic, do you understand the common tongue?
No. I only understand Draconic and Infernal. Most humanoids attack me on sight, so I've not had a chance to learn it.
I can speak to Zilkin in 2 different languages. Nice. I'll mention to the party that he only speaks Infernal and Draconic.
If he's willing to, I could cast a spell that would let him talk to us directly for a little while, if that's okay.
I'd have to ask that first. Is it a spell that be cast on him?
Aye.
Zilkin, I'm happy to be translator, but the white mage over there in the white clothes, he said that he knows a spell that would help you understand us. It would be cast on you, but I thought I'd ask before anything happens.
If it's comprehend languages, by the way, Demir, it just means they can understand, like it can understand us, not we can understand it.
No, it's tongues.
Oh, nice.
If they have such a power, I ask that they use it on you first.
Sure, but I can already understand and speak your tongue. How would it help? Or is it just to show that it doesn't bring any harmful effects?
The latter.
Demir, if you're happy to, can you cast it on me first?
I can. It'll use my resources a little bit more than I would like to right now, but it's better than having to go back and forth between us all. And I'll go ahead and use a mythic point to cast tongues.
As you cast tongues, a wave of black and purple mist flows from your hand and surrounds Clarke. It seems you have more in common with hell than your friend's look would speak of.
Just out of character, I'm trying to remember the contract we had with the Void Dragon.
There's
Are
a
we
handout
allowed
for
to-
it.
There's a handout for it.
Okay, where is that? I need to find it.
It's right at the bottom.
there you go.
Basically, it makes us look like evil creatures when we cast, because most creatures.
Okay, it's just I
would
didn't know
what
if
it
we
is.
were allowed to talk about the Void Dragon, like talk about the contract in a way. But I might be thinking of back when we were Heroes of Light and we weren't allowed to talk about the contract.
Yeah, the Heroes of Light have the contract. The Void Dragon just gives you its power as long as it deems you worthy and you don't go against it.
But also,
Okay.
as long as it's alive.
Yeah, as long as it's alive, it's giving you the power. It's not. You don't have it. You're being loaned it.
We're channeling it, aren't we? Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it looks black and purple, because
Uh,
they are just spatial things.
Okay. Well, not necessarily in common with hell, but we gained some power from a void dragon. It deemed us worthy, and we use its power that it lends us.
I know not of any such creature, but I shall take your word. It does not seem like that effect has harshly affected you, so I shall accept it if he does it on me.
I will mention it to Demir.
I'll
He's
go.
happy to accept it.
I'll go ahead and do the exact same thing in the exact same manner, and I'll just change the focus to Zilkin and be able to talk with us freely.
So,
If I,
this
perch
is
up
the
on
way
rock
that
next to
common
you,
sounds. Silken says in common now.
mind if I perch up on the rock next to you? My legs are beginning to get a little tired.
Very well.
Clarke will like sort of lean up or just sit on the edge of the rocks.
Right, so Clarke said you had a little question for us.
Yes. If you intend to have the village move, and if you're asking me to cure it beforehand, you've only cured the elder, so it's most likely going to take you time to do the rest. I know of a devil that can cure it much faster, but I need your word that you will not bring them any harm. I know your friend has been forthcoming with almost all information, but I must know that the rest of you do not attack based on sight.
I'll tell you this. I would much rather talk to somebody than fight them. I would much rather heal somebody and help them than become enemies. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how you sound. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you.
That does not line up with what Clarke said. They said you tried to shoot the devil at the entrance to my forest.
Devils are becoming quite the pain in our backside, and that one was trying to sway us to a negative path with the deals that have gone awry with us before. I did not trust it.
And he didn't shoot it on sight. We talked to him first for quite a bit.
You also didn't want to because Crom was in the way, providing cover.
I was waiting.
Amanda doesn't know that.
Yeah, I was actually waiting.
Tamir was like pushing Crom a lot.
Amanda was like focused on the devil and Clarke, so they didn't,
Yeah, I was
didn't
trying
see
to
that.
provide the cover, but Demir was just like every so often just poking me with something, and I had to move.
I was actually trying to get you within, 5-foot step distance so that you could attack, so that I wouldn't just be like hitting it from a distance, and then we're all like out of place. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess Amanda doesn't know that.
Exactly.
What have you two? Yes, to Crom and Menfa.
I don't like fighting or violence or anything like that. I just want to help people, no matter who they are or where they're from.
All sort of tongue his bottom lip, and that kind of when you're thinking about something. I won't lie to you because I feel like that'd be rude. I do hate them, and I do typically attack them on sight. I'll be honest. Hearing what Clarke has to say, and the fact that you have offered this, I would say that I won't attack him because I won't go near him. Does that make any sense? I don't want to be anywhere near him. I get it. I know we have to do this. And I actually agree with your point of view. But changing who I am in a single conversation is not possible. But I promise you, and he will do the whole cross heart as if he's like a 6-year-old scout. I will not go near or even look at. Hell, if I can help it, I'll be far away from him at all times. I ain't gonna say I don't hate them, because I will. But I promise you, I won't hurt them unless they give me a choice to. Choice? Sorry, no. Reason to.
Reason, yeah.
Reason. And that's all I gotta say on it.
Very well. Silken then turns around, puts a claw into the pond, and pulls out a fish. With his other claw, he plucks a scale from it and plops the fish back into the water. He holds the scale between two of his talons and holds it out to Clarke. If you seek the devil's aid, show this to Fisherman Knife over in the village to the north of Poyne.
Fisherman Knife in Poyne, did you say?
Quite the way, isn't it? Geographically. Just thinking about it, isn't it like north, west, but right up north? Or is that the other one?
It's almost directly north of where you are. If you're using chocobos, you can get there in a day and 3 quarters.
Oh, it's the one that's like still on our path going towards Mater. Not Mater.
Later, you're going home, are you? It's northeast rather than northwest, but it could be on the direction if you're going. Yeah.
Okay.
It should also be fisherwoman. I don't know why it's fisherman.
Okay, we'll do just that. Thank you, Silken, for listening to our words and coming to a reasonable deal. I appreciate it.
I have not spoken of it, but I shall give you my word. Whatever its weights it holds, I shall not petrify any more of Mokta.
And I take your word. And I can gather it holds a lot of meaning behind it. And she'll speak in Draconic. And if you ever require any assistance, just... So I don't know how you'd get my attention, but get my attention, and I'll help you. If I can help you with anything, that is. It's the least I can do. She'll hop down from the rock.
I hope there's much speed at your back as you make your way to Poyne. Drake will then turn around and walk back into the pond.
Well, I gotta hand it to you, Mintha. You were right.
Sometimes you just need to learn how to talk to people. Doesn't always have to be a fight. Looks like this one was just a big misunderstanding then.
Looks like Magda's been giving Zilken a bit more issue than what we thought it was originally. Well,
Well,
let's make haste to point, I guess.
well,
Why
we
are you
have to
waiting?
go back to Mokta and tell the leader all that. To make sure that they actually move, right?
You do have a point. Otherwise, this will all be for nothing. I guess we head back to Magda first then.
And that would also give him time to figure out a plan.
I just remembered I was going to ask Zilken about the tree, because I wanted to ask on Demir's behalf. I know Demir's curious about that tree. I was going to ask about it. Oh well.
No, I thought the tree was gonna be the devil.
The Drake or the devil?
The devil.
No. Oh yes, let's head out of here. Unless you want
Only you had sending.
Clarke,
Fine,
you know what? You know when you speak to Elfwall, you need to be quite clear that this is the only way the village survives. And you know
I know.
that, right?
I'll make sure my point is put across very strongly.
Put your
Good.
foot down.
What I'm
Clarke
saying
doesn't
is,
do that often.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
When
saying.
it's down, it don't come back up.
We picked sides back there, and I agree with it. It's fine. I'm just saying we need to stick to it. We play both, we get burned by both, and this all goes to shit. More
I
than
know.
it is. Alright.
I mean, we also have the means to help them better and faster, so we can use that to convince them.
I suppose. I will. I guess it's a swift action because it lasts forever. Make everyone members of the pack.
Well, they don't want to be in your pack.
Well, fuck them. It's my choice. No.
Does it affect plants?
Actually, in all seriousness, I can only affect up to 3 creatures because my wisdom isn't that high. So,
So the party then.
yeah, I guess.
Doesn't count you.
That's true.
The only thing,
So,
the only
yeah.
thing you're not going to be able to link with is speckles.
Do I drop?
Tragedy.
Do I drop Demir for Speckle? No, of course not.
Yes.
No.
Drop Clarke for Speckles.
That's tempting. No, I'm not going to do that.
Alrighty, with the discussion with the Drake finished, is the party going back to Mokta to talk with Elfroy, or are you heading straight up to Poin? You might
heading
be able
back
to
to
really
Mokta.
easy see it, but Poin is right there.
Yeah, heading back
Look.
to Mokta first.
Alright, I'll follow you then.
Alright, you rested at Mokta before leaving over to here, 32. So you still have like 2 hours of travel time if you're using those chocobos. But you will need to rest before going back to Mokta fully.
Decision's been made. That's what we do, I guess.
Okay. Okay, as you are heading on your way back to Mokta, I need Crom to give me a D100 roll, please. Okay. As you are traveling back to Mokta, now that you're no longer following the tracks led by the Drake, you are taking a bit more of a straightforward path to get there. However, in doing so, as your chocobos are plodding across the dirt paths, possibly an area that had seeped in with the nearby water sources is a bit more muddy than usual. Sliding around, I need everyone to give me a ride check, please.
Can we do it untrained?
Yes. I don't think ride requires training.
Oof.
Oh. All right. Clarke, Demir, and Menfa, you're able to pull on the reins, basically go into a Tokyo drift across the mud, and are able to stay within your saddles. However, Crom, possibly the largest fellow in the party upon the not adjusted sized chocobo, is unable to keep control and is sent flying off of his saddle, as well as the chocobo sliding across their side as you go across the mud. You slide for a bit until your side is almost stabbed by a sharp, jutting object out of the ground. Though it does stop your movements, you are slightly curious as to what stopped it, as well as probably everyone taking on either a laughing pose at you or a worried pose.
Actually, it's laughter, mostly. But yeah, I'll see what stopped me. I'll probably hold my side.
You okay?
I think. Damn.
Looking over what stopped you, you see that there is a mound of bones, though it is still in a intact position of just normal skeleton that has partially been excavated. However, the mud turning into slush with the water sources has kind of went over it again.
What the hell is this? Y'all, I think I found something.
What you got there, Crum?
Come over here, but don't take the path I did. Shit, I ain't gonna need the path after this, ain't I? Fuck.
I cast the spell that makes Crum clean.
Ugh.
Magical hygiene.
Yep, that's the one.
That always feels really weird when you do that. It's like loads of people brushing you.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get a good path out of here, so that's the best I got.
I ain't complaining, it's just weird.
Alright. If you look over the site, you can roll either Knowledge Dungeoneering or Knowledge Geography.
Holy shit, I have neither of those, so yeah, no.
Does this one have to be trained?
Yes. Alright, Menfa, as you pull your chocobo over to look at the site, I don't know if you care for mud or as a plant if you love to just jump in there, you'll see that this used to be an excavation site, and it looked like somebody unearthed some form of bones. However, it seemed like whoever did this left in a rush, as you can see chisels and pickaxes around, as well as 2 books that have been submerged partially in the mud.
Is your headband not geography? Or am I going insane?
There's a headband of Vast Urgence +2, which is Knowledge Geography with the giant tongue.
Yeah, that's the one that Clarke has. That's what I was saying for Clarke.
Wait, say it again. I don't think
You
is
have-
it geography?
Yeah, it's geography. I remember the thing. If
It's
you're
in my
wearing
notes.
Well, shit. I've got geography.
If only you remembered to use it.
Right, Benz, I'm not taking away from what you did there. I just thought I'd remind him.
Clarke, you get the general gist of that, but Menfa knows obviously more.
By trying to get the books out.
You can certainly do so. As you pull the books out, they are soaked with mud. Though if somebody was able to clean them, they would be relatively easy to read.
Oh, I've got a cantrip just for this.
Well, now you mention it.
I'll go ahead and use magical cleaning on both of them.
Right.
I'll be honest. When I saw this cantrip, I was like, this is never going to get used. And it's been used like 4 times in this session alone.
Alrighty. As you look over the 2 tomes, they seem to be encyclopedias of some sort, and as you read through a few of the pages, they're actually even more useful, as you identify them as Adventurers Chronicles for Dungeoneering and Geography, and they were most likely used by the archaeologists who dug this up.
Nice. They're +2s. Are they circumstance?
There's the link for it. If you spend 1d4 full rounds reading it, you get a +2 circumstance on those 2 knowledge rolls before using them.
Nice. Should we put those in group loot? Because there's, apart from maybe geography, because I feel like Med is probably our best bet for that.
I'm okay with either one.
Does anyone actually have Dungeoneering? I take it from that echoing silence, no.
Nope.
Nope. I've got Arcana, History, Nature, Planes, and Religion.
Mentha, you got Dungeoneering?
Since
Nope.
you are referring to a book, this does allow you to make untrained checks.
Okay, so it's definitely worth having. Okay. And you said that there was bones there. Was it just the books that we found
it is a skeleton, though it has been recovered with mud again, as well as some chisels and pickaxes and those 2 books.
Okay, right, cool.
So there was an archaeologist's site, but the archaeologists obviously had to run away from something, or they just left their tools. They probably wouldn't wanted to, because those 2 books are 100 gil, and that's a lot to a person.
Oh shit, looks like me sliding on my ass halfway across this, whatever the hell this is. Like that.
I also like how you rolled for this event, and you're the one who tumbled into it.
It was like it was destined. Whatever, yeah, I'm good to go if you guys are good to go.
Should we bury them or something? There's just exposed bones out here.
Up to you, I mean, the mud's probably gonna do that for you.
Yes.
So is the party doing this, or are you leaving?
Do I have a shovel? Probably not.
Doesn't Mentha have the ability to make the earth move pretty quickly and easily? Or soften it up or something?
Yeah, you have soften
just
mud or
thinking.
soften
I have
earth.
soften. Yeah, I have soften as a soften earth and stone.
I mean, this is already soft.
Yeah.
And any of our tools that we had before would just be stone now.
Yeah, well,
Anything else? Well, you left most of your stuff back in the guardhouse, so anything on you would still be working.
Yeah, I have a pickaxe, but that's it. Like, it's just a pickaxe that is not good for making holes.
Oh. Not in dirt, anyways. That skull, however.
About the skull. We gotta learn something new about Demir's character.
No, I'm just saying.
You grave robbing now? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
I mean, archaeologists are just grave robbers who got there too late, right?
Very niche point, but if you ever go to the Pitt Rivers Museum in Oxford, England, that is very much that point. Literally just a dude who ran around stealing shit, but it's very interesting. Anyway.
Alright. If there's something else you can do with this, because the mud is already softened and your tools are stonified back in the guardhouse, I take it you will move on.
Just when we get to Mokta, I'll let the other three go in. I'm going to stay outside.
Or you're going to camp out for the night first. And then you
go
go
to
to
camp
Mokta.
before we get there. No, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Alright. You could go back to your makeshift camp before and use that again. But is people still needing rations? Or are we doing survivaling?
I do have some on me.
That would survival if people need it.
If I roll the survival, can I roll it? But if I go with someone, if I see another one of those circles, can I just ask them to pick it up? Because it does hurt, right? I know it's not hit point damage, but it's not pleasant.
Yeah. You can certainly do that.
A 2. Once again, Benther has kicked my shit in at survival rolls.
Is it worth me doing a survival roll or worth doing a... Actually, I can't chef roll, can I? Because I got none of my equipment. Fuck.
The only thing you could really do is make a makeshift campfire, and if they are bringing stuff, you could roast it over a fire, but stock, even if you roll like a 40, you're not going to make it that good with what you have on hand.
Survival it is.
Nice. You have -10 to my roll and got 2 less. Nice.
The party clumples around and is able to gather up a hearty amount of berries and mushrooms. Seems this part of the forest is well maintained. Wonder who does that. But yes, Crom, you'll find quite a few of the runic symbols here and there at the places that are more bountiful.
Yeah, he kind of has a bit of a sad... And yeah, it is sad. That's probably the best way to say it. A sad look at this, and then we'll call over someone who's nearby to try and pick it up.
A sad look because you're being antagonized by things meant to go against evil, or because of the Drake situation?
No, it's more the fact that he wanted to live in the woods and live like this, like, you know, going out and finding his own food and stuff. And at the moment, he can't really do that. And he knows why. It's just not very nice.
Fair enough. The day will pass into the next.
A regular check of... Did anyone dream of Satan last night? Anyone's bedroll's fucked up?
Not tonight. Or last night.
I think I'm alright.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Are you okay, Crumb?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And you want to talk about something, Crum?
Did I say that?
I'm pretty sure you did when we're with the Drake or on the way to the Drake.
You did say that.
Oh. Right.
Do you wanna talk now or do you wanna deal with Mokta first?
It ain't that important right now. I think we got a stance on what we're doing right now. I mean, this whole situation, it's fine. It can wait.
you light the way after Mokta to Oin, so we can talk there. If you need a moment to gather your thoughts.
Nope. No, it's fine.
Nope.
We got a stance. That's all I'm asking. We have a stance on what we're doing and we're sticking to it. And as long as that's clear, I'm fine.
Alright, why don't I summon up some more chocobos and we can get moving?
Yeah, because you're not grease the saddle on this one.
That sounds like user error.
It's not my fault I'm the same size as the damn chocobo, but... Sorry, just to go on.
No, I noticed the roll 20 thing go bigger.
So I was trying to move it, it was being annoying.
Oh yeah, I'll stay outside while these guys go in.
Alright. After 2.5 hours via Chocobo, you're able to return to the Druidic village of Mokta. The barrier is still a weird grey wisp, and as you pass through it, it's kind of like sludge. As Crom stays on the outside, the others are able to move through the village without too much issue. As you can see that the Elder Elfois is currently sat on the floor and seemingly in a meditative state.
Clarke will walk up to him. Elfois, are you there?
Elfois will stand as he looks at you. I did not set you enter, but I guess the barrier is just for show now. It's not going to help us. I hope that you returning, though, gives good news. Did you take care of the Drake? It would make it much easier for us to gain help from the other settlements.
We bring good news, but maybe not as good news as what you might like. May potentially be bad news depending on how you take it. We met with the Drake. The Drake is the cause of the petrification. And at the Drake's request, you need to leave the village. Only then will the petrification be undone. I know you were speaking previously about possibly relocating.
You just see a kind of confused look on Elfoir's face. You spoke with the Drake, but any chances of that seem null. And it wants us to leave, but... I suppose if we spoke a common tongue, that would have been easier to hear.
Said kind of glancing towards Clarke to for confirmation. It said that it tried to warn you to leave, that these are their lands, but you weren't heeding the warnings.
That's why you were having issues with the Drake. That was its warnings. And the Drake was speaking with us and said every time they got close to Humes, it just attacked him. Therefore, it never learned the common tongue, so never had a common tongue to talk with. But
Yeah, so
just
your
never heed the warnings.
saw
Most
your
Drakes
runes
are evil. It's not a surprise they'd be attacked on sight.
That's not really fair. It just wants to live in its lands. And we saw your little patches of magic, similar to the barrier. And apparently it's making it really hard for the Drake to live in their own home. And that's why they were really angry.
I'm sure the words that the Drake gave you were truthful. not trying to deceive you.
I'm fairly certain they are. The Drake had every opportunity to attack, and I laid down my arms. I was unequipped, but didn't. Heeded my words. I spoke truthfully. I can only imagine he did in return.
We did see all our marks, according to Miss Clarke, but still chose to listen.
Not too accepting of what's happened. How the creature petrified my entire village. Not exactly in the best of moods with it. But what you say is true. I suppose there is some allowances to be given. So, when are they to release us from this? We can't
Well,
exactly leave if we're all stoned.
if I can have your word, and you accept the fact that the whole village needs to relocate, we can get this sorted as soon as possible. We need to make our way elsewhere to aid in the unpetrification of your village.
That shall be the difficult part. Finding a new home. I suppose we'll have to stop off at Forstead and discuss with Ricky our leaving. It's possibly best we just go to the Southlands as we discussed earlier.
That may be what's best. Take as much resources from your village that you currently have and make your way.
Don't you want to live in peace yourselves and not disturb anyone else, and the kingdom allows you to leave, then the Southlands are a good place for that. Just make sure you don't disturb anyone else while you make new home.
Let us hope that Ricky grants us independence. It might be difficult to speak with the Fae, though. It's quite a far distance for them to move. We'll probably be staying in Forstead for a few months. Very well. If this is how it has to be.
It is the way it has to be, unfortunately. But we'll make our way and get the petrification sorted out as soon as we can.
It's going to take us a bit of time, like a day or two, so we can get started with the moving in that time.
I can't really move anything if it's turned to stone.
Well,
They're either stuck in
make-
place or too heavy.
send messages to ask for help or whatever needs to be done.
All of our messenger birds have turned to stone. I've been trying to use magic, but it's hard to do when it's not something you're used to.
It's best we just get on our way then, right?
You have a faster way to remove petrification from this village. It's possibly the best course of action. The Fae can only work so fast as well. But hopefully, word is sent by the time we're cured. Where is your friend, by the way, the Varg?
Yeah, I wanted to stay outside.
suppose he has his reasons. This barrier isn't exactly a homey environment anymore.
Well, that's, I guess, one thing you could work on, well, before we get the petrification sorted, is to remove all those little marks you left out in the woods and the harvesting areas.
Are protective areas? But they're only meant to ward off evil creatures.
Well, they apparently make it really hard for the Drake too, so it would be nice to remove them before you go.
I don't trust this. Something that would find harm in those isn't the best of character.
Well, they're just looking out for themselves. They don't want to harm anyone else. They're just wanting to live their own life, undisturbed. And I mean, kind of you leaving your own scribbles in somebody else's forest is a little bit rude.
You can tell he's hiding anger when you say that.
Well, I know he's hiding. I don't know what emotion they're hiding, but I figured.
Fine. It'll give me something to do, I suppose. It'll be hard to remove the barrier, but I can certainly remove the protection charms.
If you're uncomfortable removing them immediately, at least. Once you're gone, they should also be gone. With all due respect. I know you only wanted to protect your own people with them, but sometimes impact trumps intention.
I said I'll do it, now stop bringing it up.
I'm sorry. Just immediately curls into a tiny pool and hides behind Clarke.
I would offer you aid as you go to wherever you're going, but as I said, everything's turned to stone. Will you be leaving immediately, or are you staying here another night? He asks to Clarke. Jester?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm gonna blame Chloe. Elfoir just asked if you're going to be staying here another night or if you're heading off immediately. You're lighting up, but nothing's coming out.
Brood. No, we will be heading out immediately. No point in waiting. This is your village we're talking about, after all.
Yes. My village has turned to stone.
Can I sense motive Elfoir to see how truthful he is to his word about leaving the village?
Yeah?
Do I want to hero point this?
How many you got?
2.
Oh, that could save you from dying.
It could.
Apparently,
I know he's
none-
angry, but
Oh, actually, I roll pretty good. I'm happy.
You're pretty sure he's going to accept it. He's just really pissed off that about 50 people have been turned to stone, which is practically death, unless you're able to get rid of it.
Okay.
And he's basically being held at knife point to go away.
Yep. Like I said, Clarke puts her foot down. She ain't bringing it back up.
Just don't step on Meneth's toes.
Does Mentu even have toes?
I don't know, they have those stalks at the end of celery or whatever. Alright, so the party goes back to the chocobos and picks Crom up from his sad boy corner.
Not a sad boy corner, I'm just staying out of the barrier that hurts me when I walk through it.
Is the party discussing anything before they saddle and set on off?
Not really.
Nah, we can discuss it on the way.
Yeah,
Unless-
give the rundown to Crom what we talked about and what's gonna happen, but
Yeah, I guess he was pissed. I understand why, but I'm glad you stayed to your guns. Let's go and... well... Let's go
Are you
where we
going-
need to go.
Are you going back to the Drake, or are you just going around where he is?
I mean, there's no point in going there that I know of.
It's
Where
the
you
same
guys-
amount of distance, really. It just depends if you care to inform him, or if it's no real point to do so.
It seems like we've already agreed it with the people that are involved. We just need to go and talk to Knife. I don't know what you guys think, but that's my thoughts.
I mean, if it doesn't really take us any more or less time, you could
It's the
stop
same
there
amount
and
of
just, yeah. If that's the area we would have to rest anyway, we could just stop by and give a quick update that the leader indeed accepted the terms and they will leave as soon as the villagers are unpetrified.
Alright. You return back to the Drake, as you inform them that the deal is certainly going on ahead. They will say that you can sleep within their part of the forest if you really wanted to.
Sounds like a plan. Did you want to ask him about the tree while we're here?
That was part of it why I suggested this.
What?
Do you want to ask the Drake about the tree now?
Do you want me to?
You were the one who wanted to in the first place.
Well, are we actually here visiting the Drake, or are we here just to rest?
Yes.
And keep moving?
We
Okay.
came here to say to the Drake to update that the leader accepted the terms. And while we're here... ...
Okay, yeah. Send me in. Draconic talk coming out.
Demir's just stood behind Clarke like, tree? Tree.
Tree,
Tree.
please.
Oh,
Tree.
oh, the tree!
That's a mighty fine looking tree right there.
Have we discovered Demir's new, like... It's not a fetish, but it's close. Like, are you good? Are you okay?
I'm fine, I don't know what you're talking about.
You just really like this tree. Like, a lot.
Just like Donkey sees the boulder and says, "That's a nice boulder."
That's a nice boulder. Alright.
Alright, Clarke, you're asking about the tree, are you?
Clarke is asking about the tree. And
Um,
also to update him about Elfoir.
Zilkan will tell you that his old devil friend who gave him his new name is in the center of the tree and he buried him there.
I will pass that information on to Demir.
The devil's name was Simeon. All right. As you all bed down for the night, we shall have our break here. And I shall be right back.
I had to go and put my pizza in the oven. I'm hungry.
How dare. Well, as everybody is sleeping within this part of the forest, I need Menfa to give me a will save, please.
Oh no.
20, guaranteed.
It's
That's
her
20
time.
guaranteed.
It's happening.
That's 20,
It's
guaranteed.
her time.
I mean, is this a sleep effect?
No?
That's not good.
Can I use my hero points to make a reroll?
Nah, give her a +4. Don't re-roll it, you madman. Oh, it's a 4.
She rolled a
She
4.
rolled
I
a
rolled a
4.
4.
Oh, actually.
I'm gonna use my own hero point to reroll that.
Oh, Jesus, hero point. Incoming that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Here it comes.
You ready for it?
No, that's 20 guaranteed. Yeah!
It's better.
Better. +2 if it's mind affecting.
Mythic
Yeah.
point.
We can hope.
Search it. Do it now.
Can you surge it? We're about to sleep.
I mean, I'm
No, you can only use one hero point effect per character.
We can surge it.
well, Surge.
Oh, Surge! Yeah, sorry.
I'm asleep,
No, because
so...
that's an immediate action and you're in
Yeah.
full sleep.
Use sleep
What?
activation.
As good as it gets, then. Better than a 15.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Hey.
Also, do I heal any more strength damage because I'm still -8?
Oh, you've slept twice, so you heal 2.
Okay. -6 now.
I can also get rid of some of that, can't I?
You have the restore spell, yeah?
Let me double check. I do have the
If-
base one.
Yeah, you can just use restore. That's 1d4 each time you cast it.
There you go. I'll use that for you before we go to bed.
Yeah, you might as well, because you're getting a MP back. As you're doing that, however, Menfa, in your sleep, I guess, you start to have a lovely dream of the past, where you are in your pasture garden. Don't know what you would call it for your Mandragora area. However, everything has taken on a red and purplish hue. The leaves have turned a deep red, painting the sky almost as if there was a blood moon occurring. Everything around you has turned to red, even the glinting eyes of your friends and possible spawn mates. However, as you dig yourself out of your little mud bedroll implantation in the floor, you instead just sit up within your bedroll as you awaken back in the forest.
Who's on watch right now? Are we still doing double watches, or are we doing singles because we're in the Drake's forest?
They wouldn't change them, I don't think. They didn't mention that we were going back to normal.
This would be during Demir's watch.
Do I get some sort of check?
You can roll perception, see if they wake up. You most certainly noticed Menfa waking up. possibly a bit startled.
It's just like sit up real fast and it's like, and then just kind of breathe heavily, shaking a little bit.
I'll come over and bring an extra blanket.
The pack thing from Chrome, is that just from Chrome to between like Chrome and us, or is that like a network between all of us?
He's unconscious right now, so I don't think it's active.
Okay.
I might get some vestiges in the morning, but yeah, I don't think it works from asleep.
Okay. But in general, would that be just between you and all of us, or across everyone? So could technically mean that the mirror share emotions, or it's just between you and us?
It's a weird one because the way it's worded is that essentially it's up to 1 mile, and it allows the pack-bonded hunter and his pack/animals to communicate their general emotional state. So
One another.
Yeah, one another,
I would
so
say that's to
technically,
everyone,
yes.
but currently it's inactive.
Yeah, so it would be like a network between all of us. Okay, that's fine.
It's all right, Sprout. I'm here. What's going on?
I just weird dream, I guess.
If you want to talk about it, I'm right here.
Well, it's weird. It wasn't like nothing really happened. I was at home in my garden, but everything was red, not like covered, but like a during a blood moon where the light is just red.
That is quite strange.
But it was otherwise normal, and then I just woke up.
Right, I'm gonna do a little bit of a check for you real quick, see if you got any marks or anything on you. And I'll
Yeah.
detect magic and see if I can see anything new on Mentha.
As far as you can tell, Mentha's fine, besides a mental state.
You're all right. You've got no demon marks on you right now.
That's good. Well, I guess it's only just a matter of time, right?
Well, let's hope not, but probably right, yeah. Got a blanket for you. I know you don't really need it, but it's the comfort more than the warmth. I'll put it around, drape it around her like a cloak.
Thank you. I'll be fine, just a little shaken up.
Not a problem. You need any water or anything like that?
No, I got my own water skin.
Right, you get back.
Thank you.
Keep watch for the rest of the night. Till my time's over, at least.
You're getting quieter and quieter.
I'll let everybody know to keep an eye out for you.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Thank you, Mr. Demir.
No problem, Sprout.
And Mentha will, well, first of all, drink off their own water skin, but then curl up in the blanket that Demir gave them. Like, you have high enough perception to realize that it's gonna take a while for men that they'll like close their eyes and pretend to be asleep, but you realize easy enough that it's gonna take a while before they actually fall asleep, but they will eventually. When the shaking of the leaves stop.
and the day will pass into the next.
You all alright?
Slept pretty well.
The link is active, but if anyone wants to turn it off, they can do. Just to clarify.
Mir is got some concern in general, like trying to be comforting. That's about it.
It's more like emotion than thought. So is it like doubt or?
You can send an emotion, so you can choose to like try to feel a certain way, I guess. So like, I don't know. It's your ability. What am I talking about?
Well,
Sorry.
it's your guys. It's your guys. This is the thing with this ability. It's a bit of a weird one. Like, at the end of the day, it's down to player characters to decide what their emotions are.
It is like a weaker form of mental connection or sending or like communication. So I would imagine it means that we can like choose to send a certain emotion. Like if we're far away or someone's scouting, they can send like fear. So oh no, I'm in danger.
Yeah, it's more
Right?
like I think you have to send it. It's not like it's just people know. You have to actively be like, I am scared, or I am
Yeah.
angry, or that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So you don't have to tell me what it is now. I'm just saying if it does come up, or maybe you think like, and it's gonna go for me as well. If an emotion becomes very powerful, you might send it unwillingly, but it has to be sent. It has to be almost like an active thing. The way I'm reading it. Take it from that, everyone's keeping it in. Alright.
We're all doing good enough. I think I'll get them chocobos going, and we can get on our way.
To point.
Point dude. Again, I ain't gonna talk to her. So I'll stay outside. And I'll help Mentha up to her chocobo because I'm pretty sure Mentha is like 3'4", and these chocobos are like 7 foot.
5 foot.
That's like 3 foot in normal people terms.
I'm 4 foot. I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's not like a big thing. It's just to help people up to their chocobos and crack on.
And I will say that, well, Chrome and Clarke both noticed that Menta is a little bit distracted, but that's what they will keep going. They'll get their pep back up.
I'll just get her up to her saddle and just say, you want to talk? You can talk. You don't have to. I need you a big strong plant. You're gonna be a tree one day. But
I don't think that's how Mandragora work.
fucking know how y'all work.
I mean, I've seen old Mandragora, and they're about the same size as I am.
It don't mean you're gonna be a tree. Like, you ain't gonna be an actual tree. I mean, like,
Metaphorically.
yeah, Crom doesn't know the word metaphorically. You're gonna grow up. That's all.
Well, I don't know what it means, but I did have a weird dream last night.
Crom will whip around the dream. What?
Just the reaction meant it just winces a little bit. Well, Mr. Demir was there when I woke up, and I don't have anything on me yet, but I mean, it's really just a matter of time anyway, isn't it? And I'm also, well, when something happens,
See if we can stop that. As long as you're alright and Demir takes you over.
I'm just shook.
Mantha, I gotta ask you.
What's that?
You've been through a lot already. And I know you got a lot going on.
Not any more than the rest of you. I think I've had it the easiest.
And that's where you're wrong. Because you've been here the whole time. You didn't miss anything, right? You were there. I'm pretty sure you were there the whole time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah? So, the fact you ain't got no marks don't mean you got it worse than us. Or better than us. You made a choice. A respectable one. Don't think you are less than someone for not having the marks on you.
It's not that. It's, well, than what the Drake talk about, and it's like when people realize they're on you, they're just gonna attack on sight. I'm worried about all that.
I'll stay outside. Shit ain't good for people anyway. I'll try and give her a big smile. As best you can to everyone else as well. Like, not just Mantha, but Clarke and Demir. Come on. Shit, we might even be able to fix this. For once.
Well, we are close in the Mysteria.
Exactly. We close? Be all over soon. And I'll just sort of like slap the back of Mantha's chocobo and let it ride off.
Wow! That was mean.
Yeah.
As you are traveling on your way, you come up to a part where the path kind of breaks off towards the west. However, it almost makes a half U-turn, as anywhere closer towards the northern direction is blocked by a river crossing.
I recognise that model. Isn't she the leader of an Elvan nation?
You hear off in the distance a lot of creaking of woods as the river hits against rocks, woods, and seemingly bags. A man continuing to shout, 12 hells! What's happening with all my stuff? Come on, get out of there!
Sounds like someone's in trouble. Dash forwards. I'll dismount here, if that has any bearing.
As you move towards where the dirt path goes up to the river crossing, you see a set of stones kind of making a sort of dam, though not really. Certainly not one you could cross over with vehicles. However, it does make the waters a bit calmer on the other side. And it seems like someone had tried to bridge the gap with their cart, but either the animals bringing it forwards or the cart itself failed to make it all the way. the cart as its ass ends in the river, with the driver's side pointing upwards. An Elvan can be seen pulling at one of the wooden spokes that would have had the reins tied to it as he's trying to pull the cart out, or at least stop it from falling any further in. Several bags and containers are laden across his feet, as you can see the large track marks of chocobos going off into the distance. A womanly Elvan is set atop a tree's root, seemingly drenched in water and panting heavily. As you come up to the river's approach, the man will eye up Clarke. Hey, miss! A hand, if you please!
Clarke will hop over the rocks and try and give the man a hand.
Give me acrobatics. You are easily able to hop over the rocks to the other side.
As Clarke does that, I'll activate the frog animal focus, so it is +4 acrobatics and swim checks for everyone in the pack. And I'll just dive straight into the water.
She'll grab this and try and...
Are you diving, like, head first, or...?
No, when I say dive, I mean like jump feet first in.
Okay.
And I'll say to Demir Amantha, you two are right to shake that woman over. I'll try and get this out.
How deep is the water?
The water
And
is
how-
5 feet deep. So if
And
Mega
how
was going
steep
in
is
it,
the-
you'd need a sling.
Yeah, how steep is the embankment?
It's rather steep, you would need a climb jet to get out.
Okay. I had something else in mind, but that wouldn't help.
Soften the mud and have them all fall in.
Yes. I'm looking at control water, but I'm not sure if that's gonna help.
Control water would help.
I can either lower it or raise it.
Yeah, could you not raise it out of the waterbed so there's no water, so there's no flow?
Just flood the whole area, I guess. I was
don't know
thinking
how-
maybe if I drop it, it would be easier to pull it with the actual wheels, but
Yeah, and could you... I don't know how control water works in this scenario. Like, would you be able to drop it and hold the sides of the spell to stop the flow coming? Because that would help a lot.
because it's either lower water or raise water. It's 2 feet per caster level. To a minimum depth of 1 inch.
Does it say duration?
Yeah. 10 minutes per level.
I would say keep whatever area you're making lower, that low until it ends
Water
duration.
in a volume of 10 feet per level by a 10 feet per level by 2 feet per level.
Oh, Entro is dead.
You can... In all fairness, you can reduce the horizontal dimension by half and double the other horizontal dimension. So could you not... I might be clicking at straws here.
At your level, you'd be able to do a good enough amount of water around the wagon if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, like reduce it to the point where effectively you're just pushing it out of where it needs to be.
Just means it's gonna flood over the embankment, so that actually helps.
Yeah, it... Don't think anyone's too bothered about that right now, but it's up to you.
Are you lowering or raising it?
I mean, I was gonna lower it, but if raising it be better?
It's a very heavy wagon. I'm not sure the water's gonna help because it's also gonna take away Crom's footing.
Yeah, because I was thinking maybe if I just lower it away, it would actually be able to easier to push with the wheels, actually having something to catch on to.
Lowering it would be an better aid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I was
'cause
like,
it's
the
less.
thing about the embankment is like if it's super steep, if it's basically a wall, it's not gonna be any easier. But
Also, to me, if
Lowering
you're
was
going
my-
over, I need acrobatics.
You do have a +4.
I'm gonna try to lower the water, but I'm gonna have to use a mythic point for that.
All right.
Up to you. You might want to, if you're going to do that, is there any way to disguise Mentha doing that? Because these guys might go nuts about it.
Not particularly in the way of disguise, because I don't think you have anything in illusion. You just need to actually hide your person so they can't see you.
I'm gonna try to I imagine the man is very focused on the card,
Oh yeah.
so I'm just gonna try to keep an eye when the woman's not necessarily looking in my direction and use the bushes to give a bit of cover, hopefully.
Camouflage.
Yeah. Pretty good stealth if you want me to roll it.
Yeah, sure. You can roll stealth. Alright, Mentha rustles in the bushes and starts to let off a black and purple mist. As the water lowers, the wagon kind of creaks back very quickly as the rushing of the water leaves it. Both Clarke and the Elvan's arms go up with the wooden spokes, but now Crom has a much better purchase of the floor as well as being able to push the wagon. At which point Clarke and Crom would need to make strength checks, and Demir, you're able to get over.
Look at that. +5. Beautiful. Wow.
Are you alright, miss?
Apparently, the lower levels of the water has sapped away Crom's own vital essences inside of him as if he never ate anything this morning. And you just feel the trembling in your elbows as you're trying to push this thing up.
Did you ask me for a swim or a strength?
Strength.
Oh, lo-
You rolled a 9. I don't think you have a bonus in strength.
so -3 and a -1, so -4 total to that 9.
Why is it
Oh,
not?
5.
I got rid of 3 of your strength penalty.
Did you?
And then you slept, so you should have all of it back.
Yeah, he used Restore on you. He rolled a 3.
Oh, so
Either
I've
way,
restored it all back then.
Well, it's 3 damage, not 3 modifier.
Okay, so instead of it being a -4, it would be a -1.
Yeah. Either way, with those rolls, you're trying your best to get this card out of here, but it seems like carts weren't meant for human hands or humanoid hands to move it. Whereas Demir's trying to comfort the lady on the roots.
Clarke's
I'm
just,
not
looking
alright.
over at
I've
Clarke.
totally been frazzled by this whole debacle. And now our Chocobo boys run off to find the mounts.
Give her some water, and I'll do a quick visual heal check on her, see if she's got any scrapes or bumps or anything like that that need to be healed.
The only thing that is bruised is her ego.
That's all right, miss. Calm down. We'll help you out. We'll get your goods out of the river, and we'll try to get your chocobos back as well. Just drink some water. You'll be all right. Mentha, I don't know if it's going to be very easy for you, but do you want to go get the chocobos really quick so that we can time up the rest?
Mentha is not going to be able to catch up to the Chocobos. Let's talk about yours.
No, our chocobos.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can get ours.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think that'll help the best.
I can come across. I'm not sure if they. I mean, I guess they can swim across.
Yeah, as you come across, you just hear Clarke yell out as she pulls something in her arm and she just lets go.
I hate to be that guy. I know that's really high, but if you've got the +4, just saying.
As for the Chocobo, it depends how you want the Chocobo to go. You have lowered the water levels on that side. You might just be pushing Crom to the side. You can either go across the lowered area, have the Chocobo do acrobatics across the rocks, or a swim check on the other side.
How deep is this river?
5 feet.
I don't know, are chocobos good swimmers?
I really don't know.
You got knowledge nature,
I do.
and you can use that to see if they're better acrobatics or swimmers. They are better at jumping and acrobatics.
Okay, I guess I'll just try to guide them over the rocks then.
Aid another it.
No. They get a 17, and they're able to get over to the other side of you.
I've rolled my strength to try and pushing it.
Ah!
We have
A
chance.
chocobo! You got reins of that thing. This last broke her arm.
No, I'm fine. I'm just. Ow. I'm pulling.
I
You're
got
pulling
a
with
19
one arm.
Strength.
What's the penalty with pulling with
Check up
one
on her.
arm?
What was that, Manta?
Can you check up on her?
Aye, I'll do it. Come on, Clarke, come over here.
No, I got it.
No.
I can do it with my other arm.
Get out, and it Crom will try and like push with the 19.
Then Menta will try to help put the chocobo on the cart. Do we have anything to tie it up with? We have like it has its
Yeah.
own equipment, but I don't know if
Yeah.
that works with a cart.
As Clarke is straining, you just like throw the reins over her head onto the wooden spokes, and with Crom's surge of strength and the aid of the chocobo, you're able to get the cart out of the water.
Ah. Ah. That was easy. Ow. Come here. Look at this.
What did you do to yourself?
I don't know. Pulled something? Broke something? I don't know.
She's
Fix it.
dislocated her shoulder.
Is that another frog over there?
Where?
And I'll pop it back into place.
Everyone hears a
That's a
very
tactic
audible
I've
crunch.
heard a lot. That is a tactic that works, I can assure you.
Ah! Wait. Ow. Oh. It's better now.
Oh, we've got the cart out of those. Ah! He then just stares at Crom and the massive horn coming out of his forehead.
So it's fine. We're just here to help.
Look, I'll leave you.
Sure. Whatever. We need to get the bags out of the river. It's okay. Can you swim?
Yeah, where are they?
Oh, you face through the cart. They're in the river. Can't you see them? He then points over behind you. So you see several bags in the river.
I'm gonna cast regen on Clarke so that her wound
Come on.
fixes itself with a wand.
He was asking Menfa if they could swim. You're tall
Yeah.
enough. Also, that's the wrong area.
God damn it. Can I carry
Menta will-
Menta and give her my
Menta
swim
can
check?
just kind of. You see them just easily jump in the water and start swimming. So always
Press.
prompt to get the. It's the wrong thing. Terrain movement. I can just swim.
Jump swim speed. Nice.
Gives me a swim speed. Swim speed. I know how to speak.
As you dash your way into the waters, you'll see several of the bags kind of hooked up on some of the rocks.
Well, I guess I better go help my friends real quick. I'll be right back. And then I'll go ahead and cast Fly on myself.
I gave everyone the bonus to swim, and everyone was like, nah, fuck that. I have better things.
pick up several of the bags.
What's your bonus type on the swim checks?
Competence.
Okay. So I got a bottle of plus 12 if I need to do anything weird in the water. Special maneuvers or stuff.
Definitely competence.
Their movement gives me circumstance.
Once we get out of the water, I will use magical cleaning on all of the bags to hopefully get them clean and dry.
You try out the bags as Crom just thinks about how good he is at swimming.
Yeah, I'm just gonna basically bring them up to somewhere where they can be safe, and then move away from the other one. Because I know that Crom knows his appearance is unsettling, so we'll go away as far as he can.
Here you go, sir. Is this everything?
1, 2. My bag! Where's my bag?
Oh, is there one more? And jump back into the water and go after it.
I got a 20, not I got a nat 20. Give me that. Give me that immediately.
I mean, yeah. And they're still going after, but you get there first.
Crom jumps after the bag that's just floating away.
I'll give it to Bentha and then go back.
Crom just hucks it over.
Thanks, Crom.
It's alright. Be honest, I couldn't see that for shit. I'll be dead serious. I could not see that for the love of money.
They're underwater, it'd be hard to see. Yes, that seems to be everything. Thank you very much for your help. It seems your friend is a bit more acclimated to the water. Does he know he's got a thing on his forehead?
Aye, he does, and he's very self-conscious about it. Thanks for putting it up.
Well, okay. Thank you for the help. I wasn't expecting anyone to come this way, especially not in our time of need.
I'm glad we're here to help.
Go ahead and give this other guy a quick check over now that he's not trying to drag the cart out of the water.
He's a bit. I mean, it's just like Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Thursday.
Demir gets his social security number, blood type.
Looking over the man, it looks like he's just worn out from the whole ordeal. As well as wet.
Here, you get some water too, some fresh, clean water, and then I'll cast the magical hygiene on both of them as well, so that they're fresh and clean and ready to go whenever they feel like it. Why don't you take a seat, take a break, take a breather, get some water in you, get ready to go on the rest of your way. Hopefully your bird boy will bring your turquoise back.
Yes, hopefully he returns post haste. I'm so close to point. If you're heading the same direction, I don't think you would have come this way if not. If you wait, we can head there together. It'll be fine to give you a ride on the cart.
Oh, that reminds me, I'll go get the rest of our chocobos real quick, and I'll fly back over the stream and go get the rest of our chocobos and bring them back.
Your dwarf friend is quite, antsy. He, likes to leave just mid-conversation.
Well, we are, I appreciate the offer, mister, but we are in a bit of a hurry ourselves, so we'll probably be heading off first. If you think you'll be alright waiting here for your birthday?
Well, okay then. If you're gonna be staying in Poin for any protracted amount of time, if we get there and you're still there, we'll have to keep an eye out for you. Have to repay you for helping keep our goods.
That's appreciated, but not really necessary. We just help because we could. It's the thought that counts, right? But yeah, we are headed to point 2, just I don't know how long we'll be staying there. We have a bit of a timeline on us.
Okay then. I suppose my thanks will have to be enough, and I hope your travels are gonna go a lot more smoothly than ours.
Well, I hope the rest of the way goes better.
Mir ferries over 3 more chocobos.
Sorry about that. We needed to go get our mounts real quick.
Looking at those steeds of yours, you'll certainly be ahead of us.
Aye. Do you have any hope of your boy getting back with your chocobos?
I'd like to say I have faith. He's been gone a while, though.
Commissar heading over.
What direction did they head off in?
They went off eastward that way. Chocobo's obviously startled from falling in the river. They should respond to his beck and call. It's just a case of catching up, I suppose.
Hope that's the case. I don't think we're going that way, but if you like, I can summon you another chocobo so that you can at least get started.
Demir. We may need to go look for him.
Oh, if we're going west, that's where Point is. If you surprised, well, these must be summons as well, I suppose. If you do summon us a chocobo, we'd be leaving the bird boy behind. I guess he could catch up to us at Point if he sees us gone.
Yo, Cole.
I think my friend Chrome is right. I think we'll be checking up on your bird boy. I'll get you a chocobo to go so that you can get started, and we'll catch up to you. Don't worry. Go ahead.
I guess I'll have to pack up all these bags so that we're ready to leave then.
How long have they been gone?
It's, a dozen minutes or so.
Yeah, we need to move.
That is a while.
I summon one chocobo for their cart, and then we'll hop onto our chocobos and get on our way. Chrome and Minta, you think you could track where the birds went? Maybe the little boys went?
Yeah, I can take a look.
Give it a try.
Still looking for tracks for birds and a humanoid, I guess.
Yeah, looking for the chocobo tracks and the bird boy.
This kind of a forest.
Give me all the bonuses, please.
That's what the class is for.
I mean, it looks pretty foresty, right? Right?
Mm,
Right.
Sure, but then Crom does have a 31, so I don't think it matters.
I'm rolling
Everything
but
matters.
You know,
We're
it makes
on
me feel better.
Tesco guidelines, alright? Sorry, G, what were you saying?
It makes me feel better that my roll is above a 20.
You're damn right it does. You're damn right it does. Every little helps.
Yes.
I used to
Alright.
speak to Dre at some point, but yeah, let's go.
With those survivals and mounting up on your own chocobos, you're able to follow the tracks quickly enough and are able to catch up with the bird boy, who is still seemingly calming down the two chocobos that were hitched up to the cart, though he has caught them and they are listening to him.
Right. I thought this was gonna be a lot bloodier than it seems to be. You best talk to him, I'm gonna scare them. And I'll probably sit somewhere out of sight so I don't scare the chocobos or the bird boy.
Manta will approach because don't think chocobos are usually scared of Manta.
They
Hello?
probably get hungry looking at you.
Hi. You okay?
Oh, I never met a talking chocobo. Oh, there's a guy on the back. Hello there.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just resting the knees. Had to run after these little bastards after they ran away from a little tipsy trick at the riverside.
Yeah, we noticed we came from that direction. Help with the cart. They should be ready to move on.
Oh, did ya? Thanks mighty much for your help. I take it everything all done and sorted with. Didn't lose any gear.
I understood that we managed to gather up all of it. It's just you and the chocobos that are missing.
Well, alright, I'll just make sure these fellas get on back. That'll save some time having to sort out that old wreckage. Thank you again. Did the master pay you back, or?
Well, he offered, but there was still stuff to do. But we're also headed to Point, so...
Ah, taking the same track as us then. I guess we'll see you up in Point. I'm sure the master's got a few things he can sell off and send some gil your way for, well, making sure he keeps getting it.
Well, maybe we didn't do it for the reward, we just did it because we wanted to help. We don't know how long we'll be in Point, but we'll see.
Well, I hope you stay in some time. At least I can see your face again. But everything's fine here. I caught chocobos and just making sure they understand that everything's fine, and we didn't exactly meant for them to fall in a river. I think they're just a bit distrustful. They got a bit injured.
Did they use any healing?
Ah, there's a second time. Oh no, there's a dwarf in the back. Hello there, sir. What? We don't need anything, sir. No, thank you. He then just walks away back to his chocobos.
Okay, well, the people at the cart, we gave them another loner chocobo, so they might be on their way before you get there, if you're not back soon.
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure to hitch up these when those disappear.
Okay,
He saddle ups
say,
on
mister.
one of the, he saddle ups on one of the chocobos and starts to pull the other one back to where the cart was.
So you're hiding an emotion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Well, maybe we should start heading to Point ourselves. things are good here. Looking to Tamir.
Alright, let's get going then.
You travel for some time after your wreckage at the river until you get to a point where you need to hunker down for the night before getting to Point.
Alrighty.
How many hours of travel did we get?
How many hours since when?
Since I started summoning Choconos at the beginning of the day.
If it's a full day, it's a full day, so 8 days. 8 days? 8 hours.
8 days? Jesus. I guess it's -1 for the one that you did earlier, but still quite a lot.
Does Clarke still have any missing strength? Or
Still
is
at
she...
a -3.
Holy cow. Okay, let's get you another one of the restores. I'll get you one.
Oh.
Hallelujah.
The spicy
I'm
restore.
healed.
It's
I've
good that
only
you
taken,
dislocated
like,
your
3
arm
sessions.
then.
Oh, it feels good. Can't wait to get it all back by something else.
No, you're not allowed. Banned.
Mm.
Alrighty. Does the party wish to converse at all before they go to sleep?
We're in it to get more food.
Yeah? Unless you've magically found some rations.
We have rations.
I don't.
Okay, I have rations. I can distribute.
You want to use those, or do we scavenge?
I have one to clarify, but so
So we
yeah.
still need to get stuff for the rest.
It's pretty best to get stuff.
If you're gonna do that anyway, then might as well.
I think the vast majority of our rations turned into stone.
We're still in the
Yeah.
forest, yeah?
Yes.
I would like to punch Clarke in the shoulder and say, "Cheer up, Buttercup.
Hey, hey, hey! We just had that fix. Don't break it.
It's the other one. You know it is. You know your left from right. Hold your hands up."
I'm just making sure you knew.
What? You're fine.
I'm hungry. That's what I am. And the name's Clarke, not fine.
I'm pretty sure you come from a family of hunters and farmers, but alright, me and Mentor will go out then.
Wait for me.
Gathering up yourselves, you start to gather up quite a bushel of berries to split amongst yourselves.
God damn it, I hate to admit it, but I've missed the taste of proper cooking.
Are you saying you miss my cooking?
There's an echoing silence before, yes.
I mean, Demir's trying to speak, but he's getting quieter by the minute.
Demir did said yes. I'm pretty sure you said yes.
Pretty sure all of you could say with a little bit more confidence, but sure.
It might be an issue of your port then if it's a different headset you're using.
It is. I have no idea what the problem is, but it just keeps not working.
You're using a audio jack, not USB, yeah?
Correct.
You might want to trade that out.
Invest in a
Because
USB.
did you just buy that new one?
Yep.
If you still have the receipt, you can return it and see if you can get a USB headset instead.
Well, we bought it off of an auction site that sells like returned stuff. So, like, it's a very nice headset. I think we paid like $40 for it, but it was like $120 headset.
Oh.
Right, getting a USB adapter for it?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
No,
Might be a
it
cheaper option then.
No, it just has the headphone jack. It does not have a USB option for it.
No, he's saying get a adapter to plug in the audio jack to turn it into a USB.
Oh, well, I have that from my old headset that got chewed up by my dog, but when I tried to use it, you guys said it sounded like garbage, so I stopped using that.
Get a new one. Adapters are only like £5.
Oh, I'll have to look it up.
Because I have a adapter for my VGA to go into an HDMI, and that works completely fine.
Okay, I'll try to go stop by an electronics store later and see if I can find something.
Either way, everyone eats heartily, and I'm going to have to assault Menfa's mental state again, as I ask for a will save.
Alright. Before we get into that, you can again see Mentha getting into that kind of nervous, jittery state and being very distracted. Before it's time to go to rest.
Are you alright, Sprout?
You ask if they're alright as they're sleeping.
Well,
I can
said
roleplay
they were
before
Wake
that.
up! Damn it! He's just shaking.
You're shaking like a leaf in the wind.
Menda's head's rocking backwards and forwards as Demir just grabs her shoulders. It's like, wake up!
Again, those are before our specific, like, rolled.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not even gonna roll bluff. You can see that they're lying.
Is Demir gonna reply, or have we lost you?
Oh, I didn't realize we were actually okay.
No, I said, yeah, you can do the
You
thing
wanted
for
to
it.
do it, so I'm here to do it.
Are you sure? Do you need an extra blanket again tonight?
I don't know how much a blanket is gonna help for another dream, to be honest, but you, Mr. Demir.
It's alright. I'll get you my extra blanket and then snuggle you, not snuggle, tuck you in, basically.
Probably much like was the fashion when Clarke had her dream first and Mentha started sleeping her. This time Mentha just snuggled right next to Clarke.
Menfa has a similar dream to the previous nights. However, your vision is just mostly assaulted by several pairs of red gleaming eyes. You try and wake up, you try and move away, but you're too sluggish and slow, and you're unable to do anything about it as they just stare at you. And eventually you will stir from your slumber, not in a quick fashion, but just as if it's slowly left you to leave. And the day will pass into the next.
Do we all wake up? That's all I want to know.
Everyone wakes up. Is the party conversing about anything, or are they just setting off to Poyne?
I'm staying quiet, unless anything comes up, because I don't know better.
I mean, it's again very obvious that Menta is still distracted and shaking, but they're not saying anything. Just pretending everything's fine, but it's very obvious it's just pretending. They're a terrible liar.
I will say out loud. You two gonna deal with this, or do you want me to?
Deal with what exactly?
Lass, you're a little bit blind when it comes to your friends.
No, she ain't blind. She's just a lot on her head.
Yeah, a lot above it as well. I tried to talk to the Sprout last night, but if you don't want to try to give it a try, you can go ahead, Crumb.
This probably ain't gonna help, but I can. Okay. Whew. Kind of gives himself a shake. Mantha.
Oh, hi. Well, what's up?
Are you on the chocobo or are you on the floor at the minute?
Do we have the chocobos yet? Are we on the road, or is this before we left?
I have not summoned chocobos yet, as far
So
as
then it's probably on the ground doing some very generic half-assed camp cleaning stuff. But it's very obvious that their money's like miles away.
Yeah. Cromwell sort of cross-leg in front of Mantha and just say, "What, Mantha? Are you good?"
Instead of answering, you just get this emotion of pretty intense fear. And they don't look you in the eye.
He'll sort of lick his top lip a little bit, not in a aggressive way, but just a thoughtful way. Do you remember when? That's a while ago now. Do you remember when you thought that you wouldn't do much in a fight? and you started hitting people with huge wads of swamp water. Like, they were about the size of my head. You remember that?
I think I just got lucky.
There's a difference between lucky and being good. Because it happened a while. A few of those came out. And I mean, who got the Mia back up? It wasn't me, for sure.
I think most of it just came from his own ability, didn't it? I
Did it,
tried,
though?
but there's not much I can do. I only got the belt.
Exactly. You used the bell. And do you remember when that big creature with the shadow stuff that ate me? And we were having some insane fight with it, right? Who was the one that kept us together then? It certainly weren't me, and it certainly weren't Clarke, and it certainly weren't Demir.
Well, it was all of us, all group.
Mantha, you're a lot stronger than you know you are. And I hope one day you realize that. And I grew a little smile. I ain't seen, even in all this time, anything that really can conquer you. Or the rest of them, for that matter. So keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. And he'll sort of get up and walk back to his chocobos.
He's about to leave, just hear like this tiniest voice, like, I think he's real angry.
What do you mean? No, turn around.
Like, then it was kind of like a dream, but I can't remember. I just remember these big red eyes just staring at me, and I couldn't do anything.
Okay.
I don't know what will happen next.
Oh, I'm gonna call over to Clarke and Demir. You mind coming here a minute? Just a sec. And I'll sort of hold my hand up to Mantha just for a second. I hear what you're saying, but just a second.
Alright, I'm on my way.
Clarke?
Visibly kind of jumps when you call them over, but he takes Grom's hand.
Yeah, it's like a gentle hold. He's not trying to hold you. If you want to run, like he'll let you go, but it's like a comfort hold.
It's for support. It's not to
Yeah.
hold them still, just to
It's
be
not
there.
to like, yeah, it's to hold you in place that you will listen.
Headlock. They're not going anywhere.
Clarke, do you remember when we had a bit of a bust up yesterday? And I asked you to say something. Do you remember what that was?
Brain's a little foggy. Too early in the morning.
I asked you to say, fuck Satan. Do you remember that?
Briefly, yes.
Yeah. And you remember you said it, right?
Yes.
Did. Demir, how do you feel about Satan?
That one in particular has my everlasting enmity, as you well know, Grom.
Absolutely. Would you mind, and I hope it isn't against any oaths that you have, to say the words? Our vow, our little religious cult, our anthem, as it were.
Well, I did not know that we had voted on anything like that. But where's my memo?
Your memo is how you feel. You tell me, how do you feel about Satan? Not too much flowery words. 2 words or less.
Fuck Satan.
That sounds about right. Sorry, Clarke, remind me, what did you say again?
Satan, fuck. Oh, shit, wrong way. Fuck Satan.
Exactly right. And I'll sort of... I won't let go of Mantha's hand, but I'll sort of let it slide so she can say it on her own. Mantha, what do you think about Satan?
At this point, you all get that wave of fear just coming from Mentha. I'm trying, but
Look. When you take an advance, there's always 2 steps forwards. Even if you have to take 1 step back. You always get that plus. I'd love to say we can help you with this, but all we can do is support you as the people we are. I ain't got shit magically. I ain't gonna lie to you. Demir has got his hands full. We know that. And shit, Clarke, pretty as she is, probably ain't gonna do much about it. You're not on your own, Mantha. I ain't gonna ask you to say it now, but just think about it. Try and just give a nice smile as best you can.
I'll try. Thank you, everyone.
Sorry if that wasn't what you were after.
No, I know you're all right. And when it happens, it's gonna be something I have to deal on my own, but I know you'll still be here afterwards.
You damn right we will be. Shit, I ain't got no intention of cutting down this horn neither. We are what we are. And we gonna fix this. And y'all gonna get better.
Yeah, we are.
You damn right we are.
Gonna make this alright.
You damn right we are. Come on. And I'll sort of try to lift her up a little bit.
Fuck
Come on.
Satan.
Fuck Satan. Yeah, you damn right. Say it with me now. Fuck Satan.
Fuck Satan.
Yeah.
You still have, like, they're still sharing that fear, but there's a little bit of, like, comfort and thankfulness mixed in there. I don't think I've ever sworn before.
No, I ain't
Demir?
never heard...
You feel a bubbling up from inside as your cheek explodes open.
God damn it, Napaz, we're on a fucking moment there. Can you just leave us alone?
Oh no, what did I do?
It's all because Mentha cursed. She's not allowed to curse.
She's not allowed.
That's just the true secret.
With this soundtrack, just as a reference, if I hit like the right lines, do we get bonus damage?
Yeah, critical damage when you hit on the
Yeah,
beat.
do I get if I hit the rhythm, do we get the do we get the bonus?
That's easy if I show the name tags because they kind of blend it in.
That's a lot of them.
As you all join together in cursing out Satan, a multitude of claws, wings, and bloody fangs come flying out from Demir's face. Jumping from him, they clamber on around you as they form a perimeter around you, their wings flapping and their tails whipping at their backs. Someone call! Someone call! This looks like a good place for fermenting the earth. As everyone needs to roll initiative.
Typical.
Demir and Clarke are like, no fucking shit.
Fuck Satan.
We're not having this.
Not today, Satan.
Crom's still in the
That's-
middle of talking with Mentha, like, not even realise what's going on.
Probably very well absorbed in what's going on.
Mentha's emotional state is just a mess.
I'm trying to help, guys.
The connection is still open, so have fun with that.
Oh god.
Alright, and first up is Clarke, as you're surrounded by devils.
Clarke is going to 5 foot.
You can't, they're blocking you.
Motherfucker. Well, then I guess she's just gonna be slashing away. I can't even fleet charge because I can't even. If I fleet charge back and forward, does that count?
It'll provoke, but yeah.
And fleet charge that you can move, you don't have to move.
It's true. It does say you can move, not has to move.
So I don't have to move for it.
I thought that
You
was the
don't
wording
have
on
to
it.
move for it.
You charge 3 feet and go, nah.
Fair. Alright, well, I'm going to use it. Why the fuck not? She'll fleet charge.
Which one are you
The
attacking?
one on her right first, so in between
Alright.
Crom and Clarke.
It is pretty worth noting that with fleet charge you do bypass DR. I'm pretty sure it says that in the Mythic Path.
Does it though?
Pretty sure it does, but
Yeah,
I
it
think it's
does.
just your thing.
Damage from attack bypasses all damage reduction.
yeah,
Oh.
Guardian and Fighter,
I
the
will
champion do have
add
very
that into
similar.
the macro.
Yeah,
You should
it's
do.
worth noting.
You slash into the fella on the right. And are you continuing on the right one?
Jesus.
Continuing on the right one.
Alrighty. First attack hits, but after that fleet charge, you can feel that your weapon is hitting into rather tough hide. However, the second attack causes that one to fall to the floor.
She will continue with the ones to the left of her, so in between her and Mentha.
And your offhand also hits, but again, it does less than normal.
So glad I can finally use my improved 2-weapon fighting.
Shit.
And they're all very good rolls.
Yeah, they were spicy rolls, they were.
They are mega.
You have a lot of pluses to attack.
Gonna put a pause on that for a second. Give me 2 moments.
Are your buffs still on from the last
Maybe.
fight?
2, 4. Okay, so each attack would have -4 attack, and the damages would be -2. I don't know if that changes anything.
It gives them more health, but the one on the right still dies.
Alright, well,
Alrighty.
Now my buffs are correct.
No, Passion, for that highly emotional discourse we had, can I have a hero point, please?
No, you brought this amongst yourselves.
God damn it.
This devil on the left then starts to do a jig. I'm gonna ask everybody give me a will save.
Also, do I still have my energy drain?
Yes. You've got to wait another day for it to leave, I'm pretty sure.
Holy shit, my rolls have been terrible this session.
And you want a will save?
Oh
Yes,
no.
please.
Everyone took them in the fucking...
Oh no, guys.
This is bad.
I'm
Guys, friends.
to...
You're unable to do surges as
Reroll.
you are flat-footed, but you can
No,
use
that's
hero
fine.
points.
I'm going to use my hero point to re-roll that.
Well, Clarke isn't because
Alright.
you had a turn, but
Yeah, Clarke, you can use your surge if you wanted, but you probably
Good
still
to
want
know.
to do reroll.
Meant they get
I'm
to
going to
casual
re-roll, and then I
16.
might also surge at the same time.
Alright.
Oh my fuck! No, I'm not.
You're not going to surge?
I don't think it's going to help. A D8, even if I rolled an 8.
the D6, isn't it?
It's a D6, yeah.
Oh, it's a
It's
D6.
D6.
It's definitely
14.
not going to help then, I don't think.
You're thinking of the Bardic Inspiration thing.
Oh yeah, I don't think a D6 will help, so no.
Alright, is everyone else keeping theirs?
No choice.
Got nothing to change it with.
Alright.
Sorry, I meant that.
As you're
This is
all...
just reminding me of Atlas.
Yeah, exactly. Except
no.
it's not you this time. As everyone's cursing out the devil, and these devils spawn from the cheek of Demir, they surround you, and as your thoughts are filled with fucking the devil, instead the devil's fucking you, as Crom, Demir, and Clarke are all dazed.
Great.
Goes to the devil on the left. And hearing how Clarke hated so much to have damage is going to full attack you.
Can't do anything about that, unfortunately.
Ritual Days has no penalty and no penalty. Alrighty. Alright, even in your dazed state, they're unable to penetrate your rather metallic armor. One down below.
Rather metallic armor. I have no armor.
Your token does.
Fair play.
The one at the bottom, it whips into Demir. As Demir, you would take 13 damage, and you do give me a fortitude save, please. Alrighty, you're fine on that case. The one up top is going to whip into Clarke as well. However, this one is able to hit Clarke. As Clarke takes 8 damage and needs to give me a fortitude save, please.
She'll surge that one.
Nice.
An 18. I'll take it.
Okay, just know you don't have your immediate until it comes back your turn.
Mhm.
Though you are dazed, maybe
Oh,
you can take any
is that
actions.
gonna stop me?
No
You're unable to
actions.
act normally, so no actions, so you cannot do that.
Okay. Then it's just 50.
Talking about you hating damage, this is even worse, as you take 2 dex damage and are poisoned.
Motherfucker.
This ain't great.
And it'll go to Mentha, who is the only one who isn't dazed.
So let's have Meteor go.
Yeah, Ultima.
It doesn't motion, it's just they're gonna cut the connection immediately, because you don't need to know all of that in this point. And it's pretty obvious when you just look at them anyway. The problem is all of my AoE stuff is not spells, so I can't really avoid AOs when I do those. I'm gonna try and cast defensively. I don't think the +4 is in there.
What are you trying to
No.
cast?
It's a 3rd level, so +4 to that. Don't think I make it.
21 is exactly
it's
right.
21, so you exactly have what
Oh,
you need.
okay.
Yeah, 21 is
good.
exactly correct.
Thank you. The avoidance.
What are you missing +4 from?
So
Defense
combat.
casting defensively.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
in the
just-
calculation.
Oh, okay.
It's just added in the text.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 avoidance in the middle of us for the dodge bonus.
Alrighty. Just to reiterate, I did ask last time, these are just floating like a foot off the ground.
Yeah. I think it means that we can't move into that square, but we can move through it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. I have to deal with that. Do I try to acrobatics like out of here?
You could, but you'd be moving through their square, so it's +10.
And
So
your
there's the update.
buff is... Yeah, the frog buff is gone now.
That's fine. I'll just remember to take it actually off.
Just a
I do
point,
get
by the way.
something for it, I think. Maybe not. I might be thinking of a different character.
Just so you know, by the way, let me just check. When you are attacking the same creatures as another target, you, as another member of the pack, you do gain a +1 to attack of damage. Probably not going to help you too much here, Mantha, but just saying.
I'll just keep that in mind in the future, because you're not attacking it anyway. Acrobatics is only half, so I could get there. I'm gonna try to acrobatics away. Because worst things, I just stay where I am anyway.
Since you're moving through them, it does provoke if you fail.
Crud.
Have you got a move action then left?
That's there, I only have a move left. I mean, I do have a sleeve, but...
So for acrobatics where you are, it's +4 because there's 2 other enemies that are threatening you. If you are, since you have to go through them, it's +10 to the CFD of the person it's going for. And if you fail, you stay where you are, and you also get attack opportunities. It's going to be from all 3 of these. So unless you're certain it's not going to work.
I mean, there's a chance I have a decent acrobatics. It's just I'm.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm confident enough.
Do what you feel. Go
I might actually
before you
have-
tell a
hang
story.
Hang on. I might be. What's it called? It's called the mythic thing. Okay, calm down. Inspired spell takes the action that the spell would take. Yeah.
Yes.
So if I would use like a swift spell. Wait, no, that's also standard. God damn it! I think that was different. I remembered that wrong.
You have the dimension door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
thought
some
so.
reason, I thought it was a different action.
There is a similar thing for like ninja, I think, that changes the action type.
Yeah. I don't know, I think it just messed me because there's the thing that I can't do anything else after I do that, but I don't know why I misremembered the action type.
It might also be dimension hop.
Possible. It's probably then I can't do anything else. I don't want to get smacked by these guys. Because they're gonna do it anyway on their own, so I don't need to provoke that.
So is Menford done?
That's it.
All right.
That is it.
The one south of Menfer is going to wail into them.
Down my low initiative score.
What did I say? But I don't. Can I do a move action quickly and activate my ring?
Yeah. What's your AC now?
Should have updated. So 22.
22. Okay. Menfer is stung with a tail for 2. I need you to give me a fort save, please.
Oh no.
Our rolls have been dog shit this session, I swear to God.
Keeping that, I suppose.
Save people keep rolling like nat 20s on some random healing survival checks.
Is Menfer keeping that?
I'm gonna search.
Alright.
15?
So that'd be 17.
Yes, versus
It's
poison,
keep-
yes.
17 will save.
Oh god.
Very nice.
The one on the far right is going to attack into Crom.
For it. It is 20 against devils, AC wise.
Okay. Thank you for reminding me. You added in the dodge, didn't you?
No, I have not. Sorry, so it'd be 22 technically.
Wow. I shouldn't have to remind you these things.
Sorry, I was distracted
you-
by things.
Crom, you'll get hit twice for 9. I need you to give me a fort save, please.
Not the best, but it is what it is. I can't surge because I haven't had my turn yet.
And you can't take actions because you're dazed. For the Defiant, that doesn't give you anything for saves, it's just the enhancement bonus is higher, yeah?
I will double check. I'm pretty sure it doesn't help with saves. I will just double check though.
Pretty sure it's just similar to Bane, but defensive.
It grants DR2 against that creature.
DR?
DR mine -2.
Okay, take that off of those. You got hit twice.
Yeah, no, it is exactly that. It is to get better against. Oh, hold on. Wait, this is slightly different. Sorry, let me just double check this is correct. It's like Bane. So it might be slightly higher.
Defiant, AC is 2 higher, DR2.
Yeah, so actually my AC wouldn't be... So my AC would be 22, which I think I said, didn't I?
You said, yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. So yeah, it'd be DR2, so it was 8, did you say?
It's
Or
9,
9.
so it goes down to 5 because they are both higher than 2. However, you are going to also take 2 dex damage.
Okay. Take it that's a poison.
Yes.
Alrighty.
And the one south of you is also going to attack from.
Right.
And you will take 6 damage, reduced by 2. From
Hit
is
anyway, so
dazed,
yeah.
goes to Clarke, who is dazed. Everyone is no longer dazed.
Alrighty.
Goes to the fellow on the left. It's going to attack Menfer. Menfer, you are hit for 5. And it goes to Demir,
Oh boy.
who has a
Well,
bleeding cheek.
I'm gonna hop on the protect everybody train. And I'm going to cast a spell defensively.
Who is not getting this?
Nice.
Can I not get?
It says 3.5 creatures, so only 3.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy to not take it.
Yeah. I guess Chrome will not get it.
Alright.
Out of the options, it's up to you, but I'd rather not take it if possible. If you can protect them.
Anything else?
That's it for right this second.
Alrighty. This devil up here is going to give a grand old jig, as everyone needs to make a will save, please.
Fucking do it. Why am I rolling like dog shit? Like, what happened?
Why am I rolling like dog shit?
Why are you rolling like dog shit?
You know what? I'm gonna search it.
Is he doing the same thing as last time?
Yeah.
It's a different one, but yes.
Do
I'm
we
gonna
think
hero
that
point it
17's
again.
gonna make it?
You're appointing again.
Yeah. That's me out of hero points now. Oh, there we go. That one worked.
There's a burn for Surging Crom, but okay. Okay. Keeping all those?
Thinking about surging it. Do you guys think I need to?
You're gonna be safe, you just lose your Swift next turn.
As well as a mythic point. Don't know
Yeah.
how many you're going to be using,
That's true.
because this is the beginning of the day.
Yeah, I'll keep it for now.
Alright. Everyone will save. This fella down below is also going to dance, as he thinks that you're all going to be his friends. I need everyone to give me a will save.
Now I'm gonna surge it.
Alright.
And,
I'm going to take out your
Isn't a
mythic points
mind-affecting
wherever you
effect.
keep it.
But I know it isn't.
15. I don't think that's gonna do it.
Oh, 14 did it.
I don't think
I'm
any of the. Yeah. I feel like I made a bad decision on the path.
Alright, with 15, everyone will save.
Sweet. I am also poisoned, just to clarify.
I know.
Alright.
I have it in my list. I have it in the turn order too. Clarke, I need you to give me a fortitude save, please.
Go away!
All fine with that?
I can't do nothing to change it.
Alrighty. The poison leaves your system.
Just what I
However,
wanted to hear.
this Gachmakera shall swipe its claws into you twice as you take 8 damage, Clarke. Mentha.
There's nothing to prevent attack opportunity from just class abilities. Right?
Unless it's a spell like which you could do with concentration, no.
Is it a spell? Is it? It's supernatural.
If it's supernatural, then no. There is I think there's a monster feat for it, but obviously you don't have it.
Oh dear. Can't really do much from here. These guys are flying, right?
No, they are all firmly planted with feet on the floor.
Oh, okay.
That's good to know.
Like, not sure if that actually helped me or not, but okay.
It is
I
for
do
me.
have offensive stuff. I just got new spells. I'm stupid. What else is new?
New spells? Oh, I better forget those.
Who's the other guy that Clarke already attacked? Was it the
Clarke
one?
attacked the left one.
This
Yeah.
guy, okay. First of all, cast defensively. It's a second level spell.
It's a 19.
Does it? Okay. I'm gonna plop an elemental weapon. Let's put it like here, so it shouldn't be in the way once stuff starts clearing up. And have it attack this guy. Doesn't get flanking or anything, so it doesn't really matter where it is. Good question, the element though.
Options.
It's immune to fire and poison, resistant to ice and wind, so... Water, sure, I don't know.
Water or lightning's a good one. Yeah. You can't do holy.
Water feels... I don't think so.
No, probably not.
Earth, fire, ice, lightning, water, or wind.
Yeah, water's good.
I guess water is something that Menta would just do, so... That's there. And it's just gonna keep attacking that guy.
Alright. It attacks immediately, yeah?
Yeah, it did have... When I summon it, it attacks immediately, and after that it's just gonna keep attacking unless I say otherwise.
Okay. You slash into that with a sword of water and smack it around the face. It seems to do the damage you expected.
Okay, that's something. I think that's it for me. Still not gonna move anywhere.
Okay. This fella down here doesn't want to leave any of you behind as he asks for a will save from everyone.
Typical.
Oh, come on, Clarke, man.
Clarke's a woman. Intro.
Yep.
Will save, please.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, I missed that.
Alrighty, we all keeping those?
Can't do anything.
Sure. You keeping it, Intro?
Can't do much
Yeah.
about it.
Alright. Brom and Clarke are dazed. Brom, I need you to give me a fortitude save, please. Oh! You
Where
definitely
were
flushed
you
that
when I
poison out
needed
your
you?
system.
Yeah, where was this when I needed it?
This
defense-
fella...
Right here.
This fellow will slash you with his claw for 6.
-2. Cool.
And the one beneath you is also going to attack you, Crom.
Go for it.
He will hit you for nothing.
Okay. Ding.
Crom is dazed, so is Clarke. And technically at the top of the turn order with the Gotcha Makera over there, we will end our session here.
One day I'm gonna roll better on those will saves. One day.
I mean, you got 3 more chances.
There's just a few
Yeah.
more dances to go, yeah?
I just want to hit one of them. Just one. I'd be happy. Alrighty. Do you know what? I'm glad we did what we did. I have no